It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast, the drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
Anyway.
Hello,
Are we
everyone.
starting? Are we starting?
It started. I say it started after that.
That little clip, is that where we're starting?
What? Around the 13-minute mark or wherever we are.
I have a lot of material to work with.
Yeah,
this,
you can do your, editing wizardry, And, but yeah, welcome back to the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
It's
for
a
tonight's
special
episode.
day. I know this is releasing on the 12th, but we're recording this on the on that
on the 11th, because
on the 11th, 10th anniversary
of Skyrim. And as you can see from the title, whatever we're going to call it, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Are we taking arrow to the knee?
We're definitely going to have to come up with a stupid title for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a really boring one.
Yeah.
Or maybe one that doesn't even reference Skyrim.
Yeah.
Just like episode 68.
Episode 68.
That's it.
The Other Dark Souls.
You sound like me 4 years ago, honestly.
The game that's not as hard as Dark Souls.
You know, I had a friend ask me earlier if if Skyrim was harder than Dark Souls. And I was like, I guess it can be.
No.
But not in a fun way.
It can't be. It's impossible.
Well, legendary difficulty. Get mods that crash your game, and then it'll be harder to run it.
Yeah, you can make it unplayable, but like you can do legendary difficulty unarmed build, and that's still easier than Dark Souls.
Well, let's just clarify. It's just unplayable in a different sense.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is unplayable because you can't fucking beat anything. Skyrim is going to be unplayable because you just fucking crash all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah. By the way, we have a guest here today.
Yeah, as you know, he's been on the show once actually over the phone.
Yeah.
A while ago.
He traveled day and night. A whole fortnight.
Don't reference that.
Over hill and under hill.
There and back again. This isn't a Lord of the Rings thing.
Yeah,
but
that's
all
the way from the land of the north to be here
man.
today.
He had to cross the.
I came from Cyrodiil.
Yeah, he had to cross the border. And
you came from the flatlands up here into the mountains.
Are we just gonna call you Cheese or?
No, I go by my regular name.
Okay.
This is Caleb.
Well, some people are weird about it.
He's here today. He's been.
But
here
then again,
he's been here before. I don't remember the last time he was on, but we called him one time.
Well, and you've heard it. We've talked about him.
Yeah. No, we talked about it last episode.
Cheese is gone, man. What I get is Caleb. Guys at work call me Kilo because they don't know how to pronounce my name. All right, and then they also call me Chico Che. Look him up.
Okay, you kind of answered my question.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's this Mexican singer that wears overalls, and that's what I wear at work.
You know what they called me at work when I last worked in like a scrapyard place? Is they just called me Gringo.
They have more respect.
That makes sense.
Apparently, it means like super awesome, dude. But that's just what they told me.
Oh yeah, no,
not offensive. I know what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. They call me Bendejo.
It's fun because they call.
Yeah, and doesn't that mean like really cool, nice guy?
It does.
It means guy with excellent hair.
Yeah.
and well manicured nails.
Yes.
I mean, we would know because we record here in Durango, Mexico.
Well, it doesn't help when when people call me that and my response because I know what it means. And
are we bringing that joke back? That really bad joke we ran for a while.
What joke?
At the start of the podcast, how we're in Durango, Mexico.
I have to let you know. I have to let you know.
I know, but
I have to let you know. Hold on. Here. The guys from my work, they actually thought I was going to Durango, Mexico. Not even shitting you. They're all Mexican. This guy Frank.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
This guy Frank, The guy's telling him I'm going to Durango, and he's all excited I'm going to Durango, Mexico, because he wants me to bring him back something called camote. It's like a sugary sweet potato bear candy thing. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh.
But apparently he just got back from Mexico, and usually he takes a bus, and you can get it with anything on the bus. You can take whatever the fuck you want into the United States. He tried to take the plane. He tried to put the camote in his shirt and got busted.
Yeah.
And so he was really excited because I was going to Mexico, and I was going to bring him back camote.
Yeah, it's
And I felt real bad letting him down that I was just going to Colorado. And the best that I could do was bring him back some ska beer, and bring him back Mexican lager, which isn't even, Mexican.
It's not even Mexican, yeah.
That's what you can get here.
Yeah.
Or I'll bring him back a stale burrito from Machos.
Do that.
Shout out Beto. Return my calls, please.
Yeah.
Wait, are you still in California?
No, I live in Denver.
That's what I thought. I was just super confused for a second because you said he thought I was going to Mexico, but I'm actually just going to Colorado, implying that you weren't already in Colorado.
Well, I am. I live.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I live in Denver. Here's my address.
Yeah, I got
Never
super
mind.
confused there. Also, here's a little. I need the Wi-Fi. I haven't signed into Wi-Fi on this laptop yet. I have a new laptop,
Yeah.
and it's not the same as
Colton,
Colton's.
let the world know your Wi-Fi password
Yeah. It's my
Don't
It's the My Spectrum.
and the password.
and the
is
password for
My Little
everyone to
Pony.
know.
It's
You can bleep it out.
I'll
you know how to
I'll
do
bleep
that.
it out.
If you're that
it's,
word.
Arrow to an E.
It's
What is this? The Tiny Desk concert? Oh, now we're gonna have to bleep that out too. It's too close.
Honestly, we have a desk. We have instruments. No one would want to see that.
no one wants to see that.
I don't want to see it.
What? What are we not seeing?
Oh,
A
they were-
tiny desk concert of us.
They were playing Wilco on the radio today for once.
I listened to Wilco up on the way over here, man. It's great.
They're pretty good.
Love Dad Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Impossible Germany.
Unlikely.
I guess I put the wrong password.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good shit. Go listen to our Dad Rock episodes, plural. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, it's worth 2 episodes. 'cause
I
Dad
highly
Rock
recommend
is
the
absolutely
second
the
one,
shit.
but the first one was our first episode ever, but the second one,
My dad.
well, had
Was Jason on that?
Yeah, he was on it.
I didn't listen to that one. I really spot pick.
Yeah.
You can bleep this out too, but I kind of choose the ones that aren't really long.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
We're not going to bleep that out.
I really
we know.
Yeah.
I really go for like the I kind of hover around the hour mark,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, and
kinda-
we rarely meet that mark anymore. do we?
yeah, that's
No,
kind of the
almost
early Odd Drunk podcast stuff.
Yeah.
I
We
like
average
the stuff-
around. Well, we averaged around that originally, and then we got up to like 3 hours on some episodes, and recently been trying to keep
We've
it under.
got
2.
it down, but I think this one. Who cares?
I also like to
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like to listen to the punk rock episode and tell everyone how I was on it and say that we have 1 million followers here.
Oh, that was the episode you were on.
even
Yeah.
though I got very little speaking time because you guys called me too late and I called you back too late.
And I was really drunk.
Yeah, because
I was really. That's the most drunk I've been on the show. But anyways,
Well, that's just how it is.
I
Yeah.
think the most drunk I've been on a show was our straight to VHS.
yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
But,
anyway, we're talking about Skyrim, and we got some cool drinks.
And I'll get on your Wi-Fi later because it just doesn't like me right now.
Yeah.
And let's just clarify for all the
It's 0 TG, right?
What?
Wi-Fi.
Why would it be 2G? You buy what?
2G, 5G doesn't matter. It's the one
0.
It's the my spectrum that ends with A0, and then there's a 5G and there's a 2G. They're both
Pick
our
one.
Wi-Fi.
So we're talking about
Oh.
Skyrim, Jackson. Skyrim,
Yeah, we
Jackson.
are talking about Skyrim.
And
And
let's just clarify.
before,
Let's just clarify. Skyrim is not the series.
No, it's the Elder Scrolls 5.
And
Skyrim.
I think you get a lot of casual players.
I was really tempted.
casuals.
Yeah,
So-
they refer to it as Skyrim.
Yeah.
The everything. They think that's the only thing they
I was really tempted in preparation for this episode. I played a bunch of Skyrim again, and I was really tempted to actually just play some Morrowind and pretend like I thought that was Skyrim.
Yeah.
So Skyrim has this really,
So
really
you-
immersive leveling list.
And be
You
really
would have a completely different
and be really confused when you were talking about something
small
else than me.
status. But
Anyway,
okay,
we got some cool drinks here before we get into Skyrim. We have one thing that I know for a fact we've never had on the show. We've never had Jägermeister.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but
But we have some Jaeger.
here it is
tonight.
now.
I have a problem.
It's not a problem if you're having fun.
It's not a problem if you're having fun. That's right.
You can tell that to your therapist. Colton at the Odd Drunk Podcast said that.
So I've got a beer. I'm not sure if we had this particular one before, but I have Einstock. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's an Icelandic brewery. I thought it'd be perfect for talking about Skyrim.
We've had a couple of Einstock on here.
I've got the Icelandic Arctic Berry Ale.
We've not had that one specifically. Yeah.
That's what I thought, and it honestly looked tasty.
It does look tasty.
Yeah,
And then we also,
there you go.
you know, when you start Skyrim out, and
Don't you mean
Morrowind.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Elder Scrolls Online?
aren't you talking about Daggerfall?
Actually,
That's what I've been playing.
Actually, go play Daggerfall Unity.
Honestly, yeah, that's
It's pretty great.
good version.
Jackson, this is very tasty, but it does not beer.
You know, when you start the game, and Rayloff said, I wonder if
It's not
Velod,
beer, Caleb.
if Velod is still making his juniper berry mead.
What are you insinuating?
I'm offering you Jägermeister in trade for this not beer.
How about Lisa said?
Wait, how does that work?
Jaeger's only like
35%.
35%.
Well, I think this not beer is really tasty.
No, it's certainly tasty.
And I'll let Colton be the judge of that later on.
Yeah, I've already drank.
And it pairs well with this mead we have.
Yeah, we're drinking. We thought me and Jackson on the same page. Velod makes for a great juniper berry mead over there in Helgen, and the closest we can get to juniper here in
You okay over there?
in Durango, Mexico, is either gin or this blackberry honey mead from Meadery of the Rockies. So that's what we have tonight is Meadery of the Rockies. I also have the gin in the other room if we want that.
Shout out Meter of the Rockies, sponsor us.
Yeah,
sponsor
shout
us.
out, yeah.
Yes.
Send us a case.
We've had them on a couple episodes before.
I remember
a
when
lot in life.
We used to, when we all lived together, would put on like Lord of the Rings and all sit there on the couch,
Each with a bottle.
with a bottle each to ourselves.
Yeah.
And just drink Meadery of the Rockies.
and as you might suspect, it didn't make it that far. Lord of the Rings is really long,
Yeah.
and the bottle is not long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched the extended edition.
Oh, nice.
Again. Well, actually, I've only seen one of them. So my first time.
Well, let's just
whole
really
trilogy.
quick.
But but no, it really got me in the Skyrim mood.
Yeah.
You know? And
That's what happens for me every once in a while. I'm watching TV or movies, and Lord of the Rings or some other fantasy show comes on,
yeah.
and it just makes me want to play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Sometimes I play The Witcher instead, but that's a different episode, maybe. Probably not, but
You know what really gets me in the Skyrim mood?
mead.
Well, mead.
God,
Yeah.
Howard.
Oh, really quick. I just want to make a plea to
It
Meadery.
just works.
I want to make a plea to Meadery of the Rockies to
You see those
make
mountains?
to make a Lord of the Rings extended edition sized bottle of mead.
They need to make a Blackbriar Meadery mead.
They should.
Yeah.
Well, which of the two Skyrim meaderies do you think is better?
Honey brew.
It's obviously Blackbriar because
Honey
Honey
Brew
Brew got
rat
poisoned with rat
Skeever
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
anyways, so
So obviously Blackbriar.
yeah.
I know-
that poison might add an extra zip.
I know you had some questions
Maybe,
for us
yeah.
pertaining to Skyrim, and let's actually start talking about Skyrim rather than referencing it.
Yeah, we've been playing it recently.
Yeah, we all have.
The anniversary edition just came out today. None of us have touched that yet.
Well, I got the updates unwillingly. Thanks,
I managed to be
God
able
Howard.
to disable my updates in time, and because I launch it through Skyrim script extender, it doesn't update. Steam doesn't recognize I'm launching it.
Yeah, I launched it through
Luckily,
mod organizer.
that's only going to be a
too.
viable tactic for so long, though.
But so Skyrim was for me the first game where I was like, this is a world, even if it's janky and
Oh,
not
yeah.
optimized. I really sunk my teeth into Skyrim, It was really the first game that I would say got me into gaming. I played games before. Like, I actually played New Vegas before, and that kind of got it started. And then Skyrim, and I was like, oh, shit, games can be more
So
than
how I got started on Skyrim is...
beat 'em ups.
Yeah, I had played...
Not that there's anything wrong with beat 'em ups.
Yeah, I had played Call of Duty, and before that I was a Nintendo kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I
same.
played Call of Duty was because I borrowed Assassin's Creed from my friend and wanted to go buy another Assassin's Creed game, and my dad encouraged me to buy Call of Duty instead because he thought that was cooler. And then I went to go because he had encouraged me to buy Call of Duty instead of Assassin's Creed. I finally said, I'm going to go buy Assassin's Creed. So I went to Target, and Skyrim was on sale for $30 the January after it came out, like just a couple months later. So I bought that instead.
I got Skyrim on pre-order.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, look at you.
I'm special. I knew what was happening.
What was your first Bethesda game? Was it Skyrim or was it another one?
It was Skyrim. I played.
You just knew it was hype.
I knew it was hype, but I asked it for Christmas.
I didn't know it was hype.
I had a friend who played the previous games and had let me know how good they were. But when Skyrim came out, full disclosure, we weren't the oldest.
Yeah.
And
I had just turned 14
Yep.
at the time.
the concept of having to really immerse myself in such an in-depth, like, character building RPG system as Elder Scrolls had done before sounded horrible.
I had never encountered that style game before.
And I just wanted to play really easy stuff, right? But Skyrim was kind of the bridge between that. And Skyrim was the first game that that you invest time into.
Exactly.
I was a Nintendo kid. I played Game Boy, GameCube.
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 The idea of an RPG
is foreign.
Was completely foreign to me. I didn't know what Skyrim was when I bought it. I just heard it was good, and it was on sale.
I got it to fit in with my...
So I bought it.
All my friends.
And I'm glad I bought it.
All my friends at school were talking about it. They're like, dude, you gotta get it.
No one at my school was talking
a big deal.
about it. I just heard it was good, and it was on sale.
And see, I had played New Vegas before, which is arguably
so good.
The best.
I like New Vegas.
Yeah. It's my second favorite Bethesda game.
Because I rented that.
But it's not really a Bethesda game. It's
Obsidian.
It's
more Obsidian, just with Bethesda's license.
Yeah.
Which wasn't even originally
So I guess
the property.
my second favorite Bethesda game would be Morrowind, but that's another topic.
We could do a whole thing about that.
But yeah, I rented New Vegas. I played that for a while, and I found out about Skyrim, and I was like, hell yeah. And my friend had a Game Informer subscription and let me read his magazines and stuff.
I was out of the loop. This was the period of time where I was learning about gaming.
Right.
Because, like I said, I'd been a Nintendo kid, so I was out of the loop on a bunch of stuff.
Nintendo people are
I
gamers.
didn't know about games. I knew about Game Boy and some PC games.
Well, like before New Vegas, the most I played was like Luigi's Mansion, Spider-Man 2 on GameCube.
Well, Skyrim was the game that not only got me into RPGs, got me into
Zelda
gaming.
I guess Zelda was the first kind of RPG-ish game I played.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing
elements
RPG
of it.
at all.
No, I guess Skyrim is not only the game that got me into RPGs, it's the game that got me into gaming, like the idea of keeping up on gaming news. Like before Skyrim was the first game that I went online to look shit up on. And
like walkthroughs.
And that's what got me back, and that's what kind of led me into keeping up on gaming news.
No, I said, Skyrim is like what maybe be like, okay, I'm a gamer now.
Yeah.
And what's really funny, so I was really into Skyrim when I got it, the night I got it, which was on Christmas. I stayed up literally all night.
Oh, so
I mean, I didn't even go grab a drink in the fridge.
What was your first Skyrim character? I want both of you to answer this.
I was a Nord.
Nord?
Because I was like,
I was too.
Viking, kind of.
What else do you remember about your character? Do you remember what you named him?
I was a Breton.
Oh,
a nice choice.
Not a lot of people play Breton. I remember one time you visited my parents' house with me, and we decided to play Skyrim. and make the most generic character we could, and we made Breton.
They're the most generic race.
He was balding. We made like a Breton guard, basically.
No, I thought Bretons were nerds.
Yeah, it was bad.
What was your character's name? Do you remember?
No idea.
I remember my character's name.
Mine is really cringy, but you can do
what
yours
was
first.
what was yours? Because mine's cringy too.
Mine made no sense
in a different way. I guarantee it. But
I used to go up to like San Francisco a lot. And it's not San Francisco or like something stupid like that, but it is almost as stupid.
Francisco.
Man Francisco. But I named it.
Okay, note to self: make a Skyrim character called Man Francisco.
I gave him a scar and a dead eye and like red war paint, like really edgy.
Make him look real menacing.
It's the edgiest character I've honestly made. Besides Dark Elves, you know.
And you probably thought it was real cool. Too.
I thought it was so cool. And the name, I thought it was, I almost accidentally named them Prisoner.
Dagger Prisoner.
That's what you did.
No, but, shut up. I'm getting there. Yeah.
But I named him Alcatraz.
No, so my first character was also a Nord. And I was super into Game of Thrones at the time. It was like the first season had come out. So I made him look kind of like Jaime Lannister. With the long blonde hair.
Nice.
And then I pressed the wrong button. His name was Prisoner, and I didn't for some reason didn't think it was worth it to restart.
It's not really.
And I did a playthrough with a character named Prisoner.
Well, here's my thing about names. It's for you. It doesn't do anything in the game besides when you get letters. But like no one calls you by your name.
My first playthrough, my character's name was Prisoner.
Because like in Fallout 4, which I mostly think is okay at this point. But like they do.
Fallout 4 is really good with mods, but that's not a fair reason.
Well, I haven't
to
played
say
with mods.
It's not
and that's not.
I think it's unfair to say a game is good with mods.
Because
that means the game isn't good and people made it good.
Well, but like they did the whole voice and the very controversial voice protagonist thing.
Yeah,
which limited the like role playing ability of it. But what I liked about if you had like a generic name, they would call you by that name.
Caleb, you're the first person who ever made me drink Jaeger and Coke.
Well, yeah, of course.
And it's really fucking good.
But back to subject. What I would say is, if you want to edit this in, I can find you my first character's name because I know for a fact I still have a save on my original game on Xbox.
What?
I know I do because I played through one playthrough on Xbox before switching to PC.
I still have my PS3 saves.
So if you find that save, if you can, if you do,
and I know it would have been.
Try to take a picture, even if it's just with your phone, and we'll post it on our Instagram.
It would have been bad because you know what it would have been. You know what it would have been. It would have been like tween masculinity overdrive, super like masculine. I'm the most masculine, immense, muscly, sexual man on the planet.
Did it have like the in between two different names or a descriptive?
No, it would have been. It would have been like something like.
I've done that.
It would. I was thinking of like.
I've done
Radgar the Smasher or whatever.
I've definitely made characters.
No, but
it'd be something.
That's
a cool name though. Radgar the Smasher.
That's
I
good.
would definitely make a character called Ragnar the Smasher.
No, Radgar.
Radgar the Smasher, and he would be a wood elf.
Because he smashes
pussy,
butterflies.
Colton,
I can bleep it out. Or maybe I won't. I don't know.
I know it's gonna be something like
I don't care, but I think that's this is a record.
That would be
that's the first time we've said that word on this podcast. To my knowledge, correct us if I'm
that
wrong.
would be his backstory. In reality, he never does.
He just
But the backstory is that he calls himself that. The backstory is he's a wood elf, so he's from Valenwood. And
he's probably a cannibal.
He was probably a loser down there in Valenwood. He moved to Skyrim and then told all these white lies to people about how awesome he is with the ladies. And then he got that nickname. But the reality, like actually my current character, his name is Tony. He's a Khajiit. You guys get it. Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger. Oh, yeah. And Tony.
You didn't even bother to
Tony
make him look like that.
Tony has a big ass scar across one of his eyes.
Ooh.
So he's called Tony Evil Eye. But the actual backstory is that his ex-girlfriend, because it's a Khajiit and she has claws, scratched him really bad across the eye.
Oh no.
Because he's a simp.
Well, one of my
but then he moved to Skyrim from elsewhere and just told everyone a much more badass story. So now they all call him that.
Can we just point something out really quick? That how lazy Bethesda was with naming the Khajiit area elsewhere.
Yeah.
And just in a fancy spelling. But Jackson, you said that was the first time we said that, and it's not going to be the last because I got some things to say about the companions.
Okay, we'll get to that. Let's keep going with. I just wanted to talk more about character creation. You guys know, one of my most famous line of characters are the Magarfs. The Magarfs.
Yeah, the Magarfs.
They're my Argonian. Every time I play Argonian,
it's
somebody Magarf.
We even played. I was Dungeon Master. We did a Dungeons and Dragons Elder Scrolls campaign.
Yeah, and I was a Magarf.
You played Garf McGarf.
Yeah, Garf McGarf.
And your whole thing in that campaign was you would constantly try to do backflips. But I remember your character didn't have very high dexterity.
No.
So he constantly failed.
He was overly confident in his agility.
Yes.
He was honestly the clumsiest character.
He was Argonian.
But honestly, I got to start a new playthrough of Garf McGarf or a Magarf. I'll figure out.
Well, I know you and me. I don't know if you ever got into this.
And for people that don't know, the Argonians are the lizard people.
We decided that for when me and Jackson do playthroughs in Skyrim, for each race, not every race that we don't have.
I forgot to do it. I know what you're talking about.
We haven't decided on every race, but we have names for each race that are their last names.
Yeah. I'm aware of these, but I have not taken part.
Argonians are McGarfs.
Yeah.
Dark elves are McDarths. Nords are Macnord.
Macnord.
Not
yes.
McNord.
Not McNord. No, there's a distinction. Which
are we talking Big Mac spelling? MAC?
Yeah.
Macnord.
Yeah, Scottish like.
Is that the Argonian like fast food or like the Dragonian fast food chain Macnord?
Probably.
They go to a Macnord's.
The Macnord. Whole Nord on a bun with a bun in between,
And it's
well, since we're on that
what else?
It's Jarl Bolgraf's face or some shit.
I don't know if you ever got on
the
this
mascot.
One. I don't know if I ever conferred with you, but I did come up with one for Khajiits.
I'm interested to hear. Hold on. Is it Khajiit oriented? Is it in Khajiit like language?
It's based off of Khajiit, like the way they like format their words.
Okay, I'm interested. Spit it out.
Jacat.
Okay. Well,
I think I've heard that.
J''cat.
I think that's great. And since we're on this note, I'm
so
curious
technically,
to know,
my character right now is just Tony, but he would be Tony Jacat.
Tony Jacat.
Yeah.
Like
Does
Tony
he know?
Jacat.
Does he know his family line?
No, he's an orphan.
Oh, nice.
Grew up in
Backstory there.
Mexico.
So he's
another wrinkle.
So he's Tony just know.
Yes. Yeah.
Tony just know.
But,
hold on, Jackson. Since we're on this note, I'm curious to know what your guys' like.
Oh no,
favorite
Tony
races.
just sand.
Tony, there you go.
Game of Thrones lore, bitches. Snow is only for orphan or bastards in the north.
As soon as I wanted,
we gotta get in depth.
As soon as I wanted to get into that show, season 8 came out, and everyone told me just like fuck it.
Let's just say, let's just give it a big old oof.
Yeah, big oof.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
But can I go back to my question? Yeah. What's your guys' favorite race to play as? Or let's say top 2.
Imperials.
And?
Gold.
Khajiit.
Jackson?
Nord.
And?
I know it's basic. And Argonian, honestly, just for the McGarfs.
Yeah.
And another thing I like, well, the breathing underwater thing isn't really helpful or necessary.
No, it's not at all.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it's
to do
cool.
that you can do it, and you get like the disease resistance or something.
Yeah.
And also,
but at the
I
same
really
time,
love doing like all the horns and the feathers and stuff, and, like making like a weird looking guy.
At the same
they do
time,
have a really
though,
good character build.
In Skyrim, because diseases don't fucking matter.
No, they don't at all.
They don't.
In the in past games, they did.
They don't matter. You just
they don't in the Skyrim.
You go to sleep, or you take a potion, or you go to a shrine.
You just pray.
So the only disease you can't get rid of that way is like the vampire one. I forget what's called.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy too.
But it's still pretty easy.
That's no big deal. Colton, why do you like your builds?
Imperials are very well rounded,
They are.
and you get more money.
They're also basic.
They are basic.
Not as much as the Nord.
I'll admit that. Well, no. I actually disagree. I think Nords are less basic because Nords are the you're playing Skyrim. It takes place.
Well, that's
Skyrim.
kind of
that's the whole reason they're basic, right?
You might
The
want to
actual-
play.
even though I like playing Nords, and
the actual perks and stuff of them aren't as basic as like the Imperials, and they're not as well rounded. But because you're playing Skyrim, you're gonna play a
I
Nord.
guess, yeah. No, I Imperials.
well, every time I want to play like a human character, it's either Nord or Imperial because Bretons are nerds.
Play a Breton. They're great.
Actually, in every game other than Skyrim, Bretons are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just in Skyrim, they're the worst. No, I before
You guys play as elves often.
Hey, I was just trying to be different.
Dark
man.
Elves. I like Dark Elves,
I go
I
back and forth between Dark Elves and Wood Elves because I like the
Yeah.
archer build with them.
You know,
and Dark Elves, the
Dark Elves are cool. I like
destruction
Dark Elves.
magic and
Big
stealth.
Morrowind fan.
But
here.
High Elves, I've made one High Elf character, got annoyed by my own
No,
character,
it's not worth it.
yeah,
and then stopped.
Well, you know, Dark Elves are Dark Elves because they're cursed, right?
yeah, they're the Chimer.
Yeah.
Dude, we know our Elder Scrolls lore. We did an Elder Scrolls lore episode like a month ago.
Well, if I
well,
could
I
get
didn't listen, did I?
yeah.
I'll give
We
you some
know.
schooling.
No,
well, we barely got
Imp-
past the
Imperial-
creation of a Nern.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
talked about the
We
the-
started
the
there.
creation era. No, Imperials. I think they are basic. I agree with that, but I don't know. For the longest time, until honestly about a year ago, I would have said Nord is my favorite human race. But recently, I've been very fond of Imperials.
Imperials are good.
No, I can see
Probably
that.
because in the last couple of years, I've been playing the other Elder Scrolls games
You
more.
said it's Small Desk 223?
Yes,
We're back to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we're back to that.
Well, let me know. Let me tell you.
and Khajiit, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
They're-
that's my
they're
that's
rad,
my top
they're
one too.
Rad cat people.
Yeah, and that's you know what?
Like
And like we said, with some of the character like mods that you can get for like immersion stuff, you
Mhm.
know, I really like playing the Khajiit. That's probably my favorite, but it's good. But you know what? My original favorite was definitely the Wood Elf, and I'll tell you
Yeah.
why.
I dig the Wood Elves.
what else are cool? They're cannibals.
Well, they are.
I
Cannibals.
ignore that.
Although, well, actually, in lore, most of them aren't anymore.
But if I want to be a dedicated archer,
But
I'm
some
going to
of
be a
them
Wood
are.
Elf.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing is because when I played Skyrim after my first kind of playthrough, I went for like the kind of brutish, you know, sort of thing. Even though I played a Breton, it was really fucking stupid. But
yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's
after that,
acceptable.
you know, I started thinking like, because I didn't start modding until probably after my second playthrough,
Yeah.
and my second playthrough was like, how can I get through this as easy as possible? And that was by being a Wood Elf and being a
Stealth archer.
stealth archer, right? I don't want to confront the Falmer, right? I want to hide from around a corner and
I
just,
hate the Falmer.
shoot him.
Dude, the Falmor, they fucked me up so hard because I have
Yeah.
this mod that gives like immersive patrols and shit. So I killed one of and we'll get to mods a little later, but just quick mention. I killed a patrol and freed a Nord prisoner because I'm like, yeah. You know.
Falmer
Fuck you
are
guys.
the
But now, when I'm in like the Imperial provinces,
yeah.
they're actively hunting me down.
Falmer are
And there's
the,
not much I can do
at
about
least in
it.
vanilla Skyrim, they're the
Besides
they're the
disable
biggest
the mod.
jump in difficulty in the enemies throughout the entire game.
100%.
Yeah, you go from dealing with Draugrs to dealing with Falmers, and it's a big jump in. And not saying Falmer are difficult.
Cave bears, fuck them.
I mean, I'm not individual enemies is one thing. I mean, Falmer
As
are,
a group.
are a constant enemy you have to deal with through dungeons.
They are. But if we're
Like-
talking about cave
Oh
bears,
shit! I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the
Yeah, you're thinking of-
Thalmor.
yeah,
Oh,
Thalmor. We're
Thalmor.
talking
Sorry.
about Thalmor, right?
And I don't think the
Falmer-
Falmor are
They were-
that
they were-
bad.
they're not that bad, but they are I think the biggest.
I think the Falmor are more
Well, hold on.
They're not
more of a
that.
jump.
They're not bad. The Falmer, I think, are not that bad, but they are, as considering they're a consistent enemy in dungeons, they're the biggest jump early game in enemy difficulty.
And let's be honest, they're hard to fucking notice sometimes when you're in dungeons.
I've never
Like
had
the
that
drag-
problem.
Well, I've had that, you know, before, like, you know, early on play, but
I did my first playthrough without the compass.
oh,
My TV was not formatted properly, and I did not know there was a compass.
So you didn't
Oh, that's
choose
right.
to do that.
No, it was on accident.
Because at first I was gonna be like, "Oh, that's
It was
really
a-
cool
it was
of
a-
you."
It was about It was about halfway.
No HUD.
It was about like I had beaten the main quest line, and I was working on the guilds that I realized, and I looked up on YouTube and realized that there was a compass, and I needed to adjust my TV.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
And how long did you go through that?
Throughout the main quest line.
Also, speaking of which, does anyone actually play that until they just want to get shit?
I
get the shouts. I get to the point where I get Unrelenting Force.
I've done probably,
and I'm pretty much and then I go off adventuring because I gotta have Unrelenting Force.
I don't mind the main quest line.
It's not that bad.
It's okay. I hate the blade shit a lot.
No, the blade shit sucks.
Which is a big part of
plain
that.
and
I've done the entire game about 10 times, with a few other more times where I've quit like 10 hours in to make a new character and mess with mods.
Which is just something you do.
It's just something you do. So like considering those maybe 10 times I've played the entire game through. Only about 2 of those times I did the quest. I about 8 of those 10 times I saved the quest line, the main quest, for last.
You know, I did the quest line all the way through.
It's like there's useful. You get Dragon Rend.
I don't like saving it for last.
Useful as shit.
No, I do it all first.
I spread it out. I'll do up to when I get Unrelenting Force and maybe a little bit past that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll go off and just do random. I like just lately, since I played Skyrim, a shit ton back in the day and still. But lately, I just I get through that, get Unrelenting Force, and then I just randomly kind of meander throughout the world, find things that are interesting. And if a quest pops up that I like let's say like Dawn Guard, which I think is one of the best, I think might be the better DLC. I don't know. That's there's a debate there.
I
dig Dragonboard as well.
Dragonboard's my favorite
because Solstheim, and that's the main reason it's my favorite.
Because of Solstheim.
Yeah.
Because
that's a map.
It's because so Dragonborn or Dawn Guard had the
crossbows.
It had the potential to be the best. The themes were so much cooler. It just didn't execute them quite well enough.
I think that fortress they built was really nice, though, but the run up to it was really, really lame.
They had just a few parts in it that I think could have been better. And Dragonborn has the same problem, but Dragonborn's so much bigger that it kind of makes up for it because it has a whole new world space.
Well, Dawn Guard feels more like a mod you could have got.
Yeah.
And Dragonboard is proper DLC. You get
but a really
Solstheim.
fucking good mod.
And I got so speaking of mods, I got the Immersive Creatures one, which is great. It's well optimized. That's cool shit. But there's they add some creatures in Solstheim, and they add harder classes of Ash Hoppers. And but they also add I forget what they're called, but they're from Morrowind. The little flying pterodactyl guys, cliff racers,
yeah,
and they're non-active, non-hostile NPCs, but it's cool seeing them in the sky.
Yeah. They made them
just adds to the world.
They made them better in that than they did in Morrowind. Morrowind, they are the bane of your fucking existence.
Yep.
No, in this they just
attack you
decoration, pretty much.
Well, the reason they did that is because in Morrowind they attack you on sight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this one you just look at them.
Fucking pain in the ass.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys? I think the best thing with that new edition is Netch Jelly.
Oh, you can paralyze yourself so you can jump up really high cliffs.
No fall damage.
Yeah.
Great for when you're playing.
I hate killing them though.
Well, I don't mind, but it's great for when you're playing.
Fuck them if it means you don't get fall damage.
No, it's great. It's good stuff.
I feel bad for certain. Well, I used to be a maniac, and I would literally kill everything. Bunnies, foxes, whatever. If I see something, I'm like, fuck you. But now I'm becoming more, I think it's more, well, you play your way, but I feel like to me, it's more immersive if I'm not a maniac. And I kind of play a normal adventure.
I've done the exact opposite. When I first started playing, I tried to role play and be like a real person in the world. I don't
see. I never did that. Honestly,
nowadays, someone comes up to me, I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm a demigod. I get to do what I want."
Okay, well, the first time I played, I kind of tried to play like a real person, but kind of a maniac. And remember when Todd Howard, he was like, "See that mountain? You can climb them." I tried doing that a lot, trying jumping up the rocks.
Horses
had such a I know.
Horses are just be the Khajiit with the mod.
See, when I was first playing, I did not realize horses were broken and that you could just straight up climb mountains.
Yeah.
You didn't try first off? That was the
I didn't have a horse like the first
because horses suck.
20 hours of my playthrough.
Well, they do. I tend to travel on foot, but I mean, I still tried.
Yeah.
I was just
I use them every once in a while, but I like being on foot. The horse combat blows.
That's speaking.
There's probably mods for horse combat.
There definitely
but
is.
it's not worth it.
We've mentioned mods throughout this episode, and one mod that I recommend for anyone listening. There's not one specific mod. There's a few mods that do the same thing.
I think we should go ahead.
But there's a few mods that basically make horses less annoying and a little bit more useful. They're not immersion breaking. They don't change the game. They just make it stuff like the most simple mods. Basically, just do stuff like.
Wait. I think we both have something to say.
Yeah.
The map. Well, here's what I want to say. The map is not built for horses.
No, it's not
whatsoever.
No, not
like, and I don't want. I know this is a Skyrim episode, but I don't know if you've seen the Elden Ring gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
That knows how to do horses.
Yep.
And I'm really excited for that because that looks like Breath of the Wild meets Dark Souls and a little bit of Skyrim with like the compass and like the world.
Skyrim is some of the worst horses I've seen in a
But
game.
yeah,
But
bad. People. Yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say, I don't like horses, but it's for a different reason. Like I don't care that they're broken, but like in games, I'm an obsessive collector.
Oh yeah, and you miss so much.
And I travel by foot because I like to explore every nook and cranny.
Yeah, exactly.
And I pick up everything.
Yeah,
but
Skyrim's perfect for that.
Definitely have some work to do with on the horses, And
yeah.
With like newer Elder Scrolls stuff, if they ever do it. But stuff like that, like they could implement stuff like Witcher, auto travel, like in the horse, hold down a button. There's just so much they could do.
like
And
Red Dead.
I've been playing
broken.
Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild has a feature where you get your horse into a gallop.
The horse
And it
makes a lot more sense than I
And
guess.
it just follows the road.
That's
Yeah.
all you need.
You don't have to tell it to follow the road. You don't have to keep it in a gallop. You just put it into gallop mode, and it just goes.
Well, our last big gaming episode, Red Dead Redemption 2, I think I failed to mention this.
Best horses in any fucking video game ever.
Yeah, honestly, they have balls.
They have balls.
Especially when they kick that drunk dude in the face.
When you or they kick you, but you leave it
or
on.
Or they kick that guy that was trying to fix.
No, but when you leave it on like,
where's my home?
Yeah,
you leave it on like cinematic mode with the horse, and then you just get T-boned by a wagon.
Yeah.
Some shit, or you run into a guy, and then you have outlaws on you, or not. I mean, bounty hunters on you.
Breath of the Wild doesn't have that problem, but Breath of the Wild,
well, because there's not that many.
It doesn't have people traveling the road as often.
NPCs like going around.
Because the point of Breath of the Wild that it's even more wild than even Red Dead is supposed to be.
Are we able to transition to NPCs?
Yeah,
because Skyrim NPCs are stupid as shit.
I've got the AI mod, and that helps, but not really that much.
It just can't make up for it.
It still doesn't get rid of it.
Really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But let me ask you. Well, I had this
Let's
question.
get to our Lydia problems.
Well, no, I'm going to go before that.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go to what is the first thing you do to kind of enter into Skyrim after post dragon, keep stuff, escape the dragon, go with the Imperial or not, all that shit. The first thing for me, since I played through enough, I had to Whiterun, and I murder that motherfucker Nazim. It's the first thing I do.
You know what's funny?
First thing I do.
So
I don't want to listen to him. I don't want to hear him. Go ahead, Jackson.
I loaded Skyrim just to make sure everything's working. Then, because I've never got to play with mods before, there was a video I found. And by the way, I mentioned him earlier. Heavy Burns is one of my favorite recent Skyrim YouTubers. And he does a lot of videos on like, transform your game to have like a Lord of the Rings theme, or like to be like a horror theme, or like whatever, or like make it like a Viking epic, stuff like that. And he had one on like just like the basic mods that you need.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
If you want it to run well and have a good experience. And one of them was like immersive AI. I haven't seen Nazim yet, and I've been really happy.
Yeah, that's
And,
great.
I like hanging
completely. I
can
haven't
go
played that mod.
See, I go to the Cloud District often, Nazim, and you can get fucked.
You can go fuck yourself.
Honestly.
Making feel ability. But let me ask.
Cloud District.
What's the stupidest NPC thing you've seen? Do you remember?
Oh, Lydia.
Yeah, we might as well transition to that. Lydia's, oh my god. But you can do shit like
She's your first follower.
You can put a bucket on
Unless
people's
you're-
heads. It's just
Unless you're insane and you decide to like get a different follower first. She's your first follower.
And I hope you don't marry her.
I had yesterday I was playing.
There's more interesting shit out there.
I was playing yesterday.
Isolda's a drug dealer.
Does combat AI
So
count?
there you go.
Does combat AI count in this question?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So yesterday.
Well, let's each tell our story. We
Well,
each
we're
have a
talking
story.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you start.
Okay, so yesterday I was playing, and this is I told you before we started recording, or we were recording, but I'll tell you again. Lydia died. It's because I decided. So the quest in
Of course.
early, so you go to get the Horde of Jurgen Windcaller, and Delphine fucking stole it first. That bitch.
Yeah, we don't like Delphine here.
Oh, speaking of, well get to her. Speaking of NPCs,
can we get a fuck Delphine?
Yeah, and so we go to Delphine, and she says, "I want you to prove me to your Dragonborn. Let's go to this dragon burial site."
wait, can I mention one thing real quick about Delphine?
Yeah.
So,
That she sucks?
I have Breeze Home, and I have a cool Breeze Home mod that makes it way better. You can have like way more armors and
I
shit
need
in
to have a
it.
stuffed pelt of Delphine.
So it's got a lot of cool shit. It's a cool Breeze Home. So Whiterun is my home right now.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Well,
like
either
that.
way, I was in the quest where I have to meet Delphine in Riverwood after you do fight the dragon.
Yeah.
Well, I go to Whiterun, and then I go to the Banana Mare, as you do when you're in Whiterun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Delphine's
it's the
there.
premier spot to
Wait,
hang
wait.
out. What are you hanging out at the Drunken Huntsman, you idiot?
Yeah.
That's
Banana
like
Mare, man. That's where you go.
that's like hanging out in Moe's when you can hang out at J-Bo's.
yeah, you go to the
Yeah,
Banana Mare.
no,
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
And you just don't mention it to the Red Guards that you've seen someone there.
No,
No.
exactly.
Not spoiling anything.
Except I always turn in Sadia because she's
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
traitor.
Yeah,
no,
she's a traitor. And
my
she's a
first
bitch.
time I was like, "Oh, you're kind of hot, so I'll save you."
No, she's definitely if you
But
know
yeah.
if you know the lore.
But you
they're-
don't gain anything out of it.
No,
you
I
don't
know.
get anything, but
I thought she could be like my wife or something.
They give you money,
Well, yeah,
but like they're
That's nothing.
They're Alikira.
Gold means nothing in this
It
game.
turns out that those mercenaries are Alikira, and if you know anything about Elder Scrolls lore, you know that if they're Alikira hunting her, she probably is allied with the Thalmor.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
actively at
100%.
war.
Yeah, they're
But
still at war.
But anyways,
over
wait.
there. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
We don't need to get
continue.
into lore.
Sorry.
I just
Yeah.
want to
You're
get
a
into
real
some
Skyrim
stupid
fan.
shit that Delphine did. So I go to Banner Mare and I see Delphine there. And I'm like, well, fuck. Well, and then she's like, why haven't you met me in Riverwood yet? And I'm like, you're fucking here. This is like, fuck you. Like, you're here drinking, sitting in the chair by fucking, what's his name? The guy, the Daedric guy.
Sam
yeah,
Gwynfine.
I haven't done that quest yet because
Sam
I'm like,
Gwyn-
wait.
I just started that. Quest,
I don't want the
yeah.
hangover right now. I want to go do shit.
Yeah.
But she's like,
Sanguine.
why haven't you met me in Riverwood? Meet me in Riverwood. And I came so close
You're
to
like,
straight up
I'm
attacking
right.
her.
You're like, I'm right here.
I'm here right
Talk
now,
to me.
man.
Yeah.
No. So you go meet her in Riverwood, and then she says, let's go to this dragon burial site because
Well, she's just bitching to you the whole time.
she wants you to prove to her that you're dragonborn. Reasonable, I think.
No, but at the same time,
well,
Let's clarify.
well, every time I meet her now,
you don't need to do all the shit she asks to just
Yeah, well, the-
prove your dragonborn.
the
You're fucking
reasonable-
dragonborn.
you could have shouted right
You
there.
can shout her right in
Yeah.
her face and fucking knock her on her ass.
the reasonable person though, because she goes, you can travel with me or you can meet me there. I get most Skyrim players just meet her there.
The first time I tried traveling with her, and I was like, "This sucks."
So
She's going so
I've
slow.
never traveled with her until this time,
Oh, really?
yesterday.
See, my
I
first
said-
time.
I said, I guess I'll finally actually travel with her, and I had Lydia with me, Lydia,
Wow, wow,
and
wow.
and we get to
And this is where we get to that.
we go past
Problem.
Whiterun. We go to that bandit. We pass by that bandit camp. That's that bridge.
That's one of my favorite encounters.
No,
And-
no,
no,
The
it's
one
a
where
good
Are you talking
encounter.
about the one where they drop the rocks?
No,
No, not that
no,
one.
You're going past.
The-
You're going towards Iverstead from Whiterun, and there's
Going
a
east.
tower with a bridge connecting to another tower.
Over the river. It's real
The
high.
river.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
I thought you were in the wrong area, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking crazy, man. You don't know where the fuck you
Yeah,
are.
and
No, it's
no,
one
I
of
know,
the,
I
like-
know what you're talking about though. It's
That's
by
one of my
Falkland.
first like.
that's one of the dumbest ones. That's by a player home that you can get in
Yeah.
the what is it? Hearthstone.
Yeah.
That's always been one of my first big bandit encounters.
Yeah, no,
honestly.
it is for a lot of players, and when you travel with Delphine, she goes in and there tries to kill everyone.
Of course.
And so I go in there with Lydia to help her, and Lydia fucking dies because Lydia followed Delphine in there. So first of all, Lydia died like immediately.
Wait,
and-
why would she follow Delphine? She's
I don't
your
know
follower.
because because they aggroed against me too.
Okay.
So AI they go in and attack.
Yeah.
So I'm already pissed off because Lydia's dead. But
save.
we're talking
Wait,
about
how'd she die?
a bandit killed her.
Was it in a cool way?
No, they just killed her.
Yeah,
It was on the bridge. I threw her body into the river afterwards.
Did she have her basic gear? Because
Yeah.
that's a little bit on you.
Yes, she had her basic gear.
I mean, my Lydia dies fast, man. I don't
My
know.
Lydia,
Yeah.
I gave her some good ass shit. This awesome mod. I showed you that Dark Knight
Yeah.
armor. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is like 4K. It doesn't
Well,
hurt my
she-
performance.
She's still gonna die.
And then she fucking
She's still
died.
gonna die. Yeah,
And-
and so she dies. I'm already pissed off. At the end I threw her body into the river as a funeral.
You should have taken her over to the mud crab, man.
That's
Because that's in that area too, right?
That's a lot of work to drag a body that far. I'm playing a Khajiit who doesn't have high strength. And then so I'm fighting these bandits, and we're
the
talking
stream's
about
not really.
we're talking about AI doing stupid shit.
stamina.
And I'm fighting this bandit. And the bandit chief comes out, and he's on the bridge, and he's in his guard position against me, kind of going strafing back and forth. And then he strafed off the bridge. He killed himself.
Yep.
I didn't
So-
hit him once.
Caleb, do you have a Lydia story, a recent one, or just a good one?
You know what?
Because I have an amazing one.
Honestly, all I'll say is, don't marry her.
You can't.
Just
Mods.
Yeah,
You can't marry
yeah.
her without mods.
You can marry her with mods though.
Yeah, with mods.
Just move on.
You can marry Nazim with mods though. So
That's true.
Definitely don't marry
let's
Nazim.
let's not go there.
Well, there's nothing wrong with marrying Nazim.
no,
If-
there is a lot with marrying.
No,
with-
there's a ton
without
wrong with
marrying
it.
with. You can marry any other person in Windhelm.
Farkas. I'd
You can
marry
marry
him.
Farkas. Hell,
One of my friends married him his first playthrough.
even Valkas, I would be less upset with, even though he's also a dick. Nazim, you don't marry Nazim.
Also, side note, I think he gave me the wrong password, or I'm just retarded.
Wow. Just move on from. I'm just gonna move on. Let's.
Yeah.
I
Move
really
on.
want to get this quiz later.
You don't need it. But,
you tell
but
your story.
just move on. Just move on
Okay.
from Lydia. There's no reason.
Well, I'm going to tell my story in front of you, Colton.
Well, I'm just gonna expand while we're waiting for Cole.
Oh, yeah. Just keep
don't-
going.
Just don't worry about it, man. There's many other followers. A lot better.
You can hire Janessa. That's what I've currently
100%,
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's just early game. There's other options.
I do have one good thing to say about Lydia.
Okay, go ahead.
It is cool, like especially your first playthrough. It gets old the next few. But when you get her, you're rewarded her basically as your house Carl. Or no, yeah, you become the Thane of Whiterun.
Along with a shit weapon.
Yeah. And the uniques mod kind of helps with that, but I still don't use them. It's like, yeah, they might look cooler, but they're still shit. Like your Bolgriff, either you have shitty weapons or you're just giving me like your shelf warmers.
It makes you wonder with all these crappy weapons he has, how he captures that dragon.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, even though that's us, but
Well, it just brings me to another point of like when you have like especially when you're playing vanilla, when you have like Dragonbone or Daedric armor, you come into town and some guard just gives you shit. It's like, let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll. Like, I just killed a dragon and crafted armor out of its bones.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
you're
know what?
giving me shit.
Go back in, wander around town with the Daedric armor, and they actually have some good responses. And they'll ask you like, if you can craft stuff like, enchanted stuff and just stuff like that. I watched this video of this guy. This guy asked him, the guard asked him, "Yay, can you craft me something like that? Like I want a sword like that." And he crafts it for him and puts it as an inventory. And that was pretty cool.
And that was vanilla?
I doubt it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem vanilla because vanilla.
But who plays vanilla anyway?
Well, I did for a long time, and I still loved it. Obviously,
well, vanilla is great, and I'm back down to clarify. I've moved past the ridiculous mods. We'll get into that stuff, but I've moved back down, really toned it down back to the very chill mods.
I think I've only got like one or two like lore breaking, like dumb mods. I don't have like the cheese one or like the Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine
dragons.
I don't have a single lore breaking mod right now.
Macho Man Randy Savage dragons or whatever it is.
I don't have a single lore breaking one.
I don't have any of those.
All mine are like vanilla extended, very like vanilla chill. They add like immersiveness. They're very regular. You know?
Most of mine are immersives. Like I have the immersive guards and creatures and
immersive
stuff.
Patrols. Like and the biggest one for me, because the whole idea is like Skyrim, right, is in a war. Tamriel, all that stuff. It's in a war. And
the Civil War mods.
The Civil War mods and like the immersive because it's really dumb that you never see any like skirmishes going on or anything like that.
No,
it's
only at like
stuff.
certain.
It really adds to the immersiveness of the game and makes you feel like you're within it.
It never feels like there's a Civil War in Skyrim.
It really doesn't. If you play the vanilla thing,
you do the one quest.
Pretty much the main thing, and even the Battle of Whiterun is stupid. It's so bad. It's
that's
really
one of my
basic.
Least favorite quests, honestly, because it's so underwhelming.
I think you probably kill like 6 guys the entire time. There's just nothing to
unless you're just going out of your way to find people.
And that's what I do. I end up taking my time. But I typically recently. So obviously, you side Stormcloaks or Imperial, but I like siding Imperial just for the sake of killing every single person defending Whiterun.
Right. Well, and also, I sided Stormcloak my first playthrough. But then as I was playing, I quickly realized, and I don't know why I never thought of it before, how racist they are.
Oh, they're very bad.
Basically white supremacists. But for Nords.
It's the South versus the North.
And, you go into Winterhold and like one of the first encounter you have is the Nords talking to that dark elf and like, oh, we're gonna come visit you in the night and like you're an Imperial spy and like all this shit.
And if you look right after that, you'll meet that same elf.
Yeah.
Over by a store, and you just get a sense of how bad things are.
Yeah.
For the other races.
Yeah, they're living in like a
Nords are
shitty alley.
Yeah, it's really bad, and you can tell. I mean, obviously, you can't tell because of Skyrim. You can't tell exactly how decrepit that area is.
Right, it all looks the same. Especially at Windhelm.
Oh, Windhelm's bad, man.
I mean, I've got some. Well, honestly, like I got this obsidian weathers that actually kind of helps it just because it makes it more kind of wintry, foggy, like gloomy, and that Windhelm's already a gloomy, shitty place, so why not just make it more of that?
I think it is. And you know what? I have to say, Windhelm, underwhelming player home. Right, with that secret home? No, I think it had the potential to be really cool.
Yeah, we're a couple. We're more than.
But anyways,
we're with Jim. We hope
you're having fun.
All right, Jackson. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask me the question, man.
What is your favorite player home?
One of Markarth because of the Dwemer shit and like how unique it is, and we've already talked about it.
No, Jackson. Let's start this over.
Hey,
all right, Oz.
No,
Jackson. What's your favorite player home?
One of Markarth.
And why is that?
Because I like the setting of Markarth. It's like a Dwemer, big fortress built into the mountain.
Markarth is fucking cool as hell.
Reminds me of the Dwarven kingdom in The Hobbit.
Yeah, it's built into that little rock there, and it's cool.
But my favorite,
Markarth has some of the
it's like it's carved out.
I would say my favorite non-vanilla player, or my DLC player home is Lakeview Manor.
Yeah.
And then I like the modded Breeze home they have.
And Colton, what's your favorite?
Definitely the player home in fucking Windhelm because it has a whole quest involved in it with like this murder mystery. The microphones are freaking out right now, but I'm gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna keep going. And this whole like murder mystery quest, it's super fucking cool. I love it. I don't like. I like Lakeview Manor, but I prefer the one, I forget the name, by the swamps in
Winstead Manor.
Winstead Manor.
There's necromancers, there's like Winstead a dungeon, Manor. And there's fucking bandits.
I don't care. It's fucking cool.
It's more interesting.
It's more like, interesting. I like it.
Lakeview is a little bit more like chill. It's nice. If you want to like relax.
What about
more like fuck you? I'm kidnapping your.
What about you, Caleb?
Because wait. For my character, I did like an old man version of him. Oh, so cool. I went to the race menu, made him old. It's like, I'm retired from adventuring. I'm living in Lakeview Manor. I got my wife. He sold a drug dealer. Great income there.
Yeah.
Got my daughter, but then these bandits attack. Now I gotta get back into the adventure. And I'm like, old man McNord.
Oh, let me tell you.
Got the gray hair.
Old man McNord.
Yeah. Because I just watched Logan, so I was like, let's do that.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a great movie, yeah.
All right, so my favorite vanilla base player home is Honeyside.
And if anyone, if anyone's we never explained it. If anyone's super confused that hasn't played Skyrim, that follows this podcast,
play Skyrim, man.
We'll do that, yeah.
Yeah, let's tell them where the homes are.
It's been 10 years. But vanilla means base Skyrim.
It's the original game.
The original game. No mods, no DLC.
Yeah.
That's
but I still consider DLC vanilla.
Yeah, DLC. It's because it came out with Bethesda, for Bethesda. It's not a mod. It is from the same.
You could argue it's vanilla plus.
Yeah, it's vanilla plus. So, but we're talking about vanilla.
I think at this point, mods count as vanilla. Or not mods, DLCs count as vanilla.
But what I'll refer to is vanilla base, right? The very basic vanilla when it first came out, right? Favorite player home? Honeyside, Ripton, all right? Yeah. You get ridiculous, stupid weapons outside if you go on the porch.
That's a cool
fork and the knife. Stupid.
Ripton is my favorite city.
It's got a great view. It's got a good city. It's got a good quest line. All about it is great. You get the Nightingale armor. All that is great.
And what Caleb is talking about is you can enchant the fork and the knives, where they're arguably the best weapon in the game. I'm going to ignore that. I think it's your phone, dude. It's your phone. Your phone is like intercepting.
It's fucking weird.
So stop doing that.
Let's just keep going.
Just cut it out.
Don't worry about it.
So hold on.
Yeah, go on.
I haven't got my favorite DLC.
Guys, we're like the Greybeards. We don't worry about shit.
Yeah, that's right. My favorite DLC mod, right? Winstead Manor. So the reason I like that, right? It's up in the very northwest, all right? And it's by the lake outside of the great Imperial City where you can visit the Blue Palace.
Yeah.
Lovely location, Solitude. Yeah, lovely. All right? Lots of fun stuff. Barnes College, quest sucks. But the rest of it is great. All right?
Unless you download the Become a Bard mod.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's right.
Which is an essential mod.
But, it's a great area. You have necromancers, bandits, a little cave to clear a Draugr. It's really an interesting area.
Yeah, and your kid goes out there, gets attacked by bandits. You're like, you're like, I told you not to go out there.
I have to say though,
totally your fault.
It is out of the DLC things. I think the glitchiest. Like you get shit that's fucked up in there. Like I've had.
Well, that's why Lakeview Manor.
People are just disappearing randomly and they're not dead.
Lakeview Manor is the safest, not just in the actual in-game dangers, but the actual glitches and shit.
But there is a glitch that you can exploit there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell us about it.
I don't know if I know.
I forget exactly how you do it, but if you put an armor set on the mannequin in Lakeview Manor by your bed upstairs, okay. This was actually before quick saving, but you save, load back in, take the armor off, but then load the previous save. Armor's back on, obviously. But
duplicate armor.
You basically duplicate it.
Yeah.
And that can happen in Lakeview Manor. And what I did for a while,
what about when
I had a set of Dragonbone armor, and this was base game, no mods, but I had a set of Dragonbone armor that I kept duplicating and selling, and I had infinite money.
Money.
What
And also,
what do you think?
does gold mean
Or you
anything?
give it to your
What do you think about?
Well, you do that, and then you sell it, and then
What do you think about shit like when the
does gold
mannequins move on their own?
what?
Yeah, that's crazy shit too.
Have you seen that?
I had that happen to me recently. I was in Bree's home, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, and mannequin was closer to my bed.
So just really quick.
I blame Sharon for it.
Let's just clarify.
And Todd Howard.
That for the
Todd
DLC,
Howard.
that part of the DLC was that you could create your own home, right? You got a library, kitchen, whatever you want to do. You create your own place, a hunting trophy room if you wanted to, and you could like just do anything you wanted with it, really, like within the limits of Skyrim, obviously. But you know, you really got to create your own home, and that's the homes that we're talking about, right? We can't talk about one location, but every home is distinctive, right? We little thing from it. So
Fallout, honestly, Fallout 4 is what they wanted to do with Skyrim.
Yeah, but
that was
a little bit subpar compared.
It was the best thing about Fallout 4.
It was.
Whatever it's called.
Anyway, if there's one, I mean, Jackson, you're the most new to modding here. You're starting to learn what mods are going to be the mods that you always have in your mod list.
Yeah, I've got
And what are those mods that you're always going to have in your mod list?
Let me get like my kind of like temporary ones that I'm sure I'll delete later on out of the way.
Yeah.
So I got like some cool Lord of the Rings mods. The weapons I'll probably keep because I think they're just good weapons. They look nice.
Weapon mods are always cool. Always. Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings weapons are honestly just really cool looking.
Yeah.
Like Narsil, Glamdring. I have that as my one-handed, and I have King Theoden's sword, Andril, you know.
Yeah.
So that stuff I'm probably going to keep. But I have, like, the Lord of the Rings music playing. That's temporary.
Yeah,
I'm in the mood.
Skyrim music is perfection.
Well, it's
really good, yeah.
One thing I will say about the Lord of the Rings music mod, though, it integrates it with the Skyrim music.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So it mixes it in.
I think the Skyrim music is good on its own.
But
I don't think you need it.
No, but here's my thing. I'm in the Lord of the Rings mood. It's cool, like hearing the Shire music, like when you're just like White Run or whatever.
Jeremy Soule did the
Skyrim, and then Howard Shore did the Lord of the Rings music.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. But like that, you know, I could give or take, and I have like Uruk-hai overhaul for the bandits, so it's like orcs everywhere with the white hand armor and everything.
That's pretty fun.
Which is cool. But a mod, well, obviously you have the unofficial Skyrim patch for special edition or whatever edition you're working with, and then you have Sky UI. You gotta have that.
Are there kind of out there mods that you are really enjoying?
Well,
at least for a while.
That's hard to say, but I think a mod that isn't, well, I would say it's necessary, but I would say it was one of the first mods after like the patch and everything that was like, man, I gotta have this. So I got the omnidirectional movement for third person, and it works for first person as well, but it's kind of janky in that. But makes third person way better, and then I got like dodge and like lock on with it, and like the improved combat. That's like the base requirement for all that.
Yeah, but I would say those are like, you know, enhancement mods.
It's enhancements.
Out there mods are like, you know, my favorite out there mods, like I talked about before, is the staff assaults. You know, you get coin, you get a staff that turns everything but dragon into things of salt.
Here's a mod that I played around with even before I got it on PC.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was available on PlayStation. Exploding chickens.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a classic lore-breaking mod, but I recommend it to everybody.
Well, I'm curious to know, Colton, what are some of your absolutely lore-breaking out there mods?
I'm boring because
Thomas the Tank Train?
I really actually don't have a lot of them.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, Macho Man Randy Savage is one I've tried before. It's pretty fucking good. I like mods that expand the magic system to allow you to do.
That's not necessarily lore.
No, it can be very lore breaking.
Well,
like magic mods that expand the lore.
But I think like apocalypse magics, I think that's within.
Okay, well, there's apocalypse magic, but there's magic mods that like make it so like you can do just ridiculous fucking shit, like
Turn people into cheese.
Yeah.
Or
Star Wars mods. I like Star Wars mods that just make you use the Force.
See, you know what's funny? Like, I'm getting into mods and like kind of going a little crazy with it, but I have not touched anything like that.
Yeah,
like that's going too far.
It's kind of hard to say.
I don't want Darth Vader in my Skyrim.
As of recently, I've really mostly.
If I want to play a sci-fi game, I'll just play a different game.
I really mostly nowadays touch mods I think are more lore friendly.
That's what I do too. You know, after 40 plus days of my life spent in Skyrim, which is ridiculous, 1,300 plus hours, right?
Yeah.
I really play lore friendly mods. I think that, you know, you kind of come this full circle of like really trying to find absolutely ridiculous mods that are like bringing other like elements of other genres or worlds or in universes into.
And then you realize that at the end of the day, you just want to play Skyrim.
You want to play Skyrim, but you want to play Skyrim properly.
Yeah.
You know,
at its best.
The reality is like Bethesda, they had more to work.
Honestly, instead of
like weather mods, you know, those are cool. I guess one that we both have right now, the Infinity Gauntlet mod.
Yeah, we both have that installed.
Which I barely done anything with because I got the Power Stone and it gives you like a boon, like you get like enhanced unarmed, like you get plus 25 unarmed.
It's pretty OP,
but you get less health.
Yeah.
And then you get, but you like absorb magic and stuff. But I've only found that, so I haven't really gotten into it. But it's like, if I get to the point where I ever collect all the stones and everything, get Infinity Gauntlet, I'll use it a little bit and then I'll delete it. Because I don't want anything that's game breaking.
Well, the cool thing about the
not balanced.
Infinity Gauntlet mod is the mod author made an attempt.
And I know you get to fight Thanos, and he's like a purple orb.
Whether a good attempt or not is up to you, but they made an attempt to fit it into Skyrim.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, like
it immerses it a little bit, but it's not great.
You encounter Doctor Strange, and he's with the Citric Order, and then you get the Soul Stone and the Soul Kern. Which makes sense.
Well, I would just say,
it's a fun mod.
Yeah, after X amount of hours, not to sound like elitist or anything, but you start to come full circle, and you really say, hey, I want to play Skyrim for what it is, but I want to play it for what it could have been. Skyrim enhanced. Bethesda, you know, lacked in a lot of areas. And you have a lot of things that you can do, you know, immersive patrols. All right?
Yeah.
Well, I think the fact, even besides
immersive war stuff, I think is really important. If you play Skyrim vanilla, armor. There's no fucking Civil War going on.
No.
You know, you have that battle in Whiterun and all that shit. It's just not the same.
Well, even before you get into any mods that actually add stuff to the game, just the fact that modders had to make a patch for the game that Bethesda could have done, that says a lot.
Yeah.
And here's why I still, you know, you have the whole meme of Bethesda re-releasing Skyrim over and over.
Yeah, they make bank every time they do.
Wait, let's go through it. So you have original Skyrim. Then you have Legendary Edition.
Yep.
Then you have Special Edition.
Which, to clarify, I play on Legendary Edition.
Yeah, you
These
do.
guys play mostly on Special Edition.
And then you have Nintendo Switch Edition, which I do have, which is cool.
I have it as well.
Playing Skyrim on the go.
Yeah, it's all right.
Pretty awesome.
It's good. It's good.
But
you know?
can't get shit on it, though.
No.
You're playing vanilla Skyrim on that, basically. And then you have VR, which I haven't got the experience. I bet that's awesome.
And I've been really trying to save up, really trying to
to
make
get
myself.
VR.
Yeah, I really want to do
That'd be awesome.
I have a PC that's capable.
Mm-hmm.
I just really, well, you know, it requires, you know, 8 gigs is the absolute minimum, but like a laptop, what it does is it shares, you know, the RAM with those stuff. So like you really need to have a PC that's like, 16 gigs.
That's what I got. Yeah, that's what we both got here. And then you have, Special Edition Switch, and so Skyrim, Legendary, Special, Switch, VR, that's 5 already. And then you have, now you have the AE, the Anniversary Edition, and I'm pretty sure there's one I'm missing.
I don't know. So the AE basically, so Skyrim.
But you have at least 6 different versions of Skyrim that they have released full price each.
Yeah.
I mean, the Anniversary Edition has the upgrade. It's got the upgrade.
If you already have the Special Edition.
If you have the Special Edition.
So, and with the Anniversary Edition, basically what you're getting out of that is you are getting all the Creation Cup content that they promised you. which we'll get into further because Cole and I have some pretty exciting things about that.
Well,
Go ahead, Cole.
Not really.
No.
Well, we should get into now.
Wait, but what I want to say though, I know it's a meme and I know we like to make fun of it, but we keep feeding into it. We keep buying it.
Yeah, I'm fucking buy it.
The reason is
it's just great.
Skyrim, even base vanilla Skyrim, no mods, nothing.
People are going to be playing fucking Skyrim 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Game, yeah.
It's a revolutionary game.
Yeah.
And when I think of other games, like when I got Red Dead 2, I was like, or Breath of the Wild, or any big game, I'm like, does this give me the same kind of feeling?
Well, we need to get into now.
No, but what I wanted to say is like, does this give me the same feeling and immersion as Skyrim? I compare games to that.
There are games that give you more, but
no, there are games that. But
yeah.
Skyrim's kind of my baseline for like, oh shit.
It's
like,
the bridge to the average game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
And
get
beyond that now,
we don't have a lot more time left. We have a quiz though.
I do have a great quiz for you guys.
I think we should do. I think it'd be fun. What is this quiz called?
Man, we had to re-record this whole section a lot of times. But anyways, you guys won't really know. Because, you know, Colton's an editing wizard when he's not drunk. But
when
I've got
I'm drunk, you'll know.
And you know it right now. But anyways, I've got a Skyrim quiz. And it's not like who you are, it's a trivia. Although I would love to do like a follower one. Like, which follower are you? Who's the Lydia here? But anyways, this one, and we're going to take it collectively together, not separately. We're going to take it as a team. Can you defeat, and we'll put it...
You guys just don't want to be embarrassed.
And we'll link it in the description, don't worry about it. Can you defeat the super difficult Skyrim quiz? This was made back in 2017, I believe.
That's pre-special edition.
It's after special edition.
No, it's after special.
Is that after?
Yeah.
2016.
And this is on
lost track at this point.
thequiz.com. So, I kind of want to read through just the introduction for this quiz because it's almost a meme in of itself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, with an industry that is...
Hold on. Where is this? What is this quiz on?
Thequiz.com. Not BuzzFeed, which is usually what we do and what we make fun of.
We do BuzzFeed.
But, okay, here's an introduction. With an industry that is rapidly growing, there have been several epic RPGs, but few can live up to the immersive quests and diverse NPCs that make up the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
Hold on. Skyrim is not an RPG.
Yeah, it is.
No, it was basic.
It's a casual RPG. But
compared to Morrowind and stuff, I don't know.
What we define as RPG...
It is...
Caleb, what we define as RPG is different now.
No.
I argue that Dark Souls
I have the perfect...
RPG,
I have the perfect definition. It is the everyman's RPG.
No, exactly. But anyways, let's go on. So, the existential reality that involves dragons attacking at any given moment gives Skyrim a unique experience, requiring tactical movement.
Any given moment. We know where those dragons are.
And combat knowledge. The quantity of spells and weapons is remarkable. Not really the spells. Oblivion, way better spell creation system.
100%.
Yeah. But anyways, let's go on. But we still love Skyrim. It's just fun, to make fun of. Few games have been able to accomplish what Skyrim have done, and why it has consistently places high on lists ranking the best games of all time. And Colton, if you could pull up how much it sold, for me.
Yeah. And I would argue that Skyrim.
It is one of the best selling games.
It is one of the best selling games of them. The reason that it competes
GTA 5 and Skyrim.
The reason that
Skyrim
games
that continue.
Hold on. The reason that Skyrim keeps going is because of the dedication of the fans.
Exactly. It's not Bethesda.
It's the people because Bethesda is just...
They're just milking it.
The people that put time into creating the mods, the Creation Club stuff. Because the Creation Club stuff is just mods. You can get a lot of these mods. You can get a lot of these mods for free on Nexus. All right?
Yeah.
You don't have to pay fucking Bethesda for it.
But anyways, so continuing.
The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is tied for number 19 on the highest selling games of all time.
I know
So-
Tetris is probably still the best.
19 doesn't sound like a lot, but that's huge.
30 million units. Tied with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, and The Witcher 3.
Ooh, I love Diablo.
And
3.
Human Fall Flat.
That's a whole other. Human Fall Flat?
Yeah.
I would
Human
love.
Fall Flat.
I would love if we leave this in.
Good game though. I like Human Fall Flat. It's a good game.
Hold on. I would love.
Wait,
it.
that's one of the top selling games ever?
Yeah, number 19, tied with Skyrim, Human Fall Flat,
Hold on.
and The Witcher 3 tied. On average, this list was they're making a generalization type of list. Of course,
Hold on.
of course, they didn't all
I don't
sell
hear that many
exactly
people talking about
30,000
Human Fall Flat.
or 30 million units.
If you guys would have me,
We have you.
I would love to do an entire episode on the Diablo series. One of my
Maybe a Diablo 4.
favorite, one of my favorite series of all time. Diablo is great.
They just came out with Diablo 2 remaster and whatever it is.
I have
have
to
it.
mention it. I mentioned it before on the podcast, I'm sure. But speaking of remakes, Blue Point's remake of Demon Souls. Amazing.
Very good.
Totally recommend
Very
it.
good.
It plays like the original game, but it looks
Anyway.
amazing.
So back to Skyrim.
Let's get to this quiz.
But back to the quiz.
So quiz.
Wait, let me continue. One can spend hours reading books in Skyrim to learn about the lore behind it. True. The numerous stories can be compared to that of Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones.
No.
Okay. No, actually, I think Elder Scrolls lore is actually pretty.
It can't be compared to
It's pretty
Lord
good.
of the Rings.
Well, because you would want to have it if it wasn't for that. But anyways, most of the questions on this quiz won't go too deep into the lore, and will test your knowledge on the elements encountered in the main story.
Are we talking main story, vanilla?
Fucking yeah.
Okay.
Longtime players of Skyrim should be able to score at least an 80% on this quiz
Okay, let's go.
There's a standard set here.
to be considered a true Skyrim master.
There's a standard set, but I think the loser should have to take a shot.
Good luck on your journey through this quiz.
I feel like I'm obligated to get 100%. Not to my own horn.
They set a standard of 80% for us.
We got to at least get
I feel
that.
like we should make a bet right now, though.
Really quick, before we start this quiz, let's talk about hours we have in Skyrim.
About 500-ish, around that level.
I mean,
At least 5 to 600 is where I'm at.
I'm probably in the 800 range,
Yeah.
to be honest. I played it a shit ton, dude, when it came out, and then
I
got the special edition on PS4.
I might be more than where I said, but I'm not ready to commit to that number though. I just don't know the numbers.
I mean, I have already got 38 hours, and I on the new one
Yeah,
on my
it's
PC
pretty impressive.
within barely a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. But anyways,
No.
Well, we gotta
Wait,
we gotta make a bet.
what's the bet?
In preparation
The
of this episode.
loser.
But we're doing
is
this
to do something.
collectively, Colton.
No. But we have to have a loser though. We have to have somebody.
Well,
who
we're all
Hold
going to be
on.
the loser.
gets
Really
the
quick,
gets
Colton.
the
Hold on.
number of questions wrong the most though.
In preparation for this quiz, I've absolutely checked all my hours.
Also, I
And
looked at
I
this
know
quiz.
that I have well over 1,000 hours in Skyrim.
Yeah.
It is my obsessive game. It is probably the reason I failed out of college. That among skiing.
Skiing and
Yes, I
Skyrim.
remember.
But I am in the 1,300 hour range of Skyrim.
I think
And if I
every question.
miss something, I should be beaten.
I think here's what we should do. We ask the question.
Well, we're going to lose as a group.
We all take a quet. We all take a guess. And if any of us guess wrong,
We take a shot.
the person who guessed wrong marks down how that we guessed wrong. And the person who guessed wrong the most number of times should take a shot at the end of the quiz.
All right.
Okay.
And I may lose. I haven't played Skyrim in a better part of
Also, you
9
guys
months
are really
to a year, and I don't remember jack
you
shit.
guys are really building up this quiz. I looked through it. It's not hard.
No,
Well, let's
It's-
fucking Jackson. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it
It
right
says
now.
it's the hardest quiz.
we might.
Start off. Question 1. Go.
What is the name of the main antagonist of Skyrim.
The Dovahkiin.
No, that's the protagonist.
No, we're talking about the fucking dragon. What the fuck?
Aduin.
Oh,
The
antagonist.
fucking dragon.
Antagonist.
Parthenax, which you could argue
No.
is an antagonist.
I like
He's not in any way.
Well, there's fucked up lore
No.
that he aided Aduin in the beginning.
But that doesn't make him an antagonist in the story.
In my
though.
playthrough.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to support this quiz for how stupid it is.
In my playthrough, I leave Parthenax alive because I'm not an asshole.
Also, I have the Party Snacks mod.
I love Party Snacks.
I recommend it.
it.
It's essential.
He's my favorite character. Party
So it's
Snacks.
Aduin.
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 No, I'm gonna mark
Also,
that.
let's just say, hold on.
I'm gonna mark that down before myself because
That's a fucking annoying fight. I was fucking.
And he's the Avatar Akatosh, right?
No.
like
He
it.
was the firstborn of
Avatar.
Akatosh. He's firstborn of Akatosh.
Although I have to say,
But he
Non-Avatar
works
Akatosh.
under, right?
No, he does not work for or under Akatosh. He's the firstborn of Akatosh. Avatar of Akatosh would be Martin Septon in Oblivion when he mantled Akatosh to fight Murder's Dangon. I'm gonna mark that down for me as 1 because I was too hasty. It was a mistake in my.
I would say
Why?
I was too hasty. I didn't even let you finish the question, and I blurted out an answer which is wrong.
Hold on.
No, I did get it wrong.
Oh, because you said Dovahkiin.
Yeah. I'm
on.
gonna mark that
He's
down.
still the
That's
antagonist.
wrong.
No,
I just
hold on.
didn't let you
Okay,
finish.
guys, let's get to the next question.
Hold on. I would argue that Colton made up for it with his knowledge of Skyrim lore.
No. Made up for it. No, I still got the question wrong.
True.
All right, 1 point off.
One part off for me.
Jackson and I are clean.
So
We're looking
Dovahkiin
good.
is not the antagonist of Skyrim.
No, it is not.
Yes.
Unless you play as a madman.
And if you are, you're stupid. And
Actually, I mean, that's a variable question because
Dovahkiin is you.
since it is an RPG, you could be the antagonist.
You could be, yes.
That's true. You could play a really
Yes.
fucking bad dude.
Yeah.
So maybe, hold on. Half a point.
Half a shot.
Half a point. Okay.
Half
Okay.
a point.
So, which of these is not a playable race in Skyrim?
All right. I don't know. This would be easy as fuck.
Dark Elf, Breton, Redguard, which are actually honestly the best race for combat.
Yes.
Snow Elf.
Snow elves.
They're dead.
Also,
they're not dead.
I just want to restate,
Caleb,
this is considered,
there's at least one of them alive.
but they're not playable.
You're absolutely right because you can play. Colton is correct. I will take a half point for that just for
There's at
stupidity.
least one of them
I
alive.
should absolutely know this. I
Hey,
forgot
guys,
about that. Colton is
they are
absolutely
dead
correct. No, well, after us.
Yeah.
But no, Colton is right. I will take
I
a
just wanna
half point
restate-
off for that.
I want to restate that this is considered a super difficult quiz. And I guess it would be if
And
you've
hold
never played Skyrim or heard of it.
Let's
Yeah,
clarify.
yeah.
They are not referred to as a snow elf.
No.
But let's continue.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
kind of human name for them.
That's the
Yeah.
stupid basic bitch name.
They're
Yeah.
what became a Falmer. I don't remember what they originally were called.
But Colton is right. I have lost half a point for that out of
Yes.
stupid.
But he's kind of right
And I
because you
should've known.
could play as him in a mod.
True.
Well,
But you can
talking
also-
about
we're doing
vanilla
vanilla.
and
No.
DLC.
But Jackson, in mobs you can also play as a Lilith, or whatever they're called, which is the fox race.
I could play as Iron Man in a mod.
It's true, yeah.
Which
Lilith,
item
yeah.
is obtained from slain dragons and can be sold for high value? A dragon tooth? A dragon tusk? They don't have those.
Dragon scale.
Usually. Dragon tail? A dragon bone.
Dragon Bones. Dragon Bones.
It's dragon bone.
Dragon Bones. Yeah.
God. Okay.
It's not very hard.
The protagonist of Skyrim has body of a mortal and the souls of a wolf, a god, a dragon, or an elephant.
The dragon.
I say elephant. No, it's dragon.
Obviously a woolly.
Very
mammoth.
easy quiz.
That would honestly
Very
be cool, dude.
difficult quiz.
That'd be cool as fuck if you could be like a woolly mammoth
It
boy.
would be like an elephant.
Yeah, I'll fucking honk my fucking horn at you and you'll fucking die.
Yeah.
Okay, question 5. Which of these unique abilities is... Oh, this is actually a little harder, I would say. Maybe. I haven't looked at the answers yet. Which of these unique abilities is learned in the Dawnguard DLC?
Oh god.
Witchcraft, vampirism, dragon morphing, or skeleton transformation?
Vampirism.
That's not even really an ability.
But
Well, it is, but I
there's
mean-
a skill tree.
That's something you can get before Dawn.
But there's a skill tree included.
It is a skill tree, but they should have said like Vampire Lord. I think that would have been better.
Honestly, though, that is a cool fucking playthrough.
Oh, I love doing the
and
vampire
how you
playthrough.
can level up, through that like specific skill
But like
tree.
that mod I have,
It's
Growl,
fucking sick.
it makes werewolves more viable.
Yeah.
This one's way too easy. What is the highest mountain in Tamriel?
Oh!
At Mora, the Red Mountain, the Ferretta of the world, or Sky Shard?
Oh, it's obviously the Red Mountain. We all know this. Oh my gosh.
Who is the leader of the Greybeards and the dragon you meet at the highest peak in Skyrim? Wait, let me go to the...
Whoa, hold on.
It might not be that.
Hold on.
Cicero?
That goat that you meet halfway up the mountain.
No, that troll you gotta kill.
Yeah.
You actually killed the leader.
Yeah.
Cicero, Aduin, Parthenax, or Derivanir?
Party snacks.
Yeah, it's Party Snacks. Who is the dragon
It's not Party Snacks.
Who is the dragon who aids you in the fight against Aduin? Aduin? Why would he aid you against the fight against him? Back quiz. Parthenax, Redbeard. I don't know where that came from. Or Odovine. It's
Odovine.
Which Nintendo? Oh, interesting. I might not know this, but I kind of might. Which Nintendo character's armor and weapon can be worn in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim?
Link.
Bowser,
Link.
Samus,
Link.
Link, or Ness?
Link. You have to have an amiibo together, though.
Yeah. What is the name of the Eastern College that hosts the Guild of Mages? It's College of Winterhold. I'm not even going to go through those options.
Not a great quest line, to be honest. It's okay.
It's the worst.
However, hold on. However,
I wouldn't say it's the worst.
No, hold on. It's not the worst. But up in that area, with the DLCs, I believe. I don't know, because I kind of just like started playing it recently. There's a really decent set of armor, and you have to fight like a ghost or a spirit of a fucking troll or something, or a fucking winter fucking something or other. And you get this like decent armor called the Death Something. It's good.
Okay. What type of weapon is a roof rad in Skyrim? I don't know why it's phrased that way.
What
is roof rad? A sword, an axe, a mace, or a dagger?
Hold on.
It's the one you get in the
you said
companions
roof
quest.
rod?
Roof rod.
Oh, it's an axe.
It's an axe.
It's the axe of your.
It's a double-sided axe of the companions.
It's the axe of Jurgen Willcollar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to put it back on the statue.
No, that's not Jurgen Wincollar's axe.
No, it is Jurgen.
It is.
It's Iskermore's axe.
And
my bad.
You gotta put
You get a point for that.
You have to put it on the statue.
But it's Iskermore's axe.
Yeah, and you have to put it on the statue.
Iskermore.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay, I get a point for that.
And he traveled from
I could
Not
at
Akavir,
Mora. Yeah.
But there's a theory that there was already humans in Tamriel.
No, there definitely were.
Rockstar, the creator of Grand Theft Auto, also developed Skyrim. True or false?
False.
What?
I'm not even gonna fucking answer that question. That's fucked.
Wait, I just want to state this paragraph that's following it. It was false, obviously. But in conjunction with Bethesda, Rockstar North played a large part in the development of Skyrim. It is unbelievable how massive Skyrim is. Rockstar, who has a history of creating massive open-world games, was able to provide unique talents in Skyrim's development. Grand Theft Auto also differs in many ways as having a mini-map, but both games have GPS coordinates and missions, which can be found on their land. Is it true or false that Rockstar, the creator of Grand Theft Auto, also developed Skyrim?
It's about as vague as
this quiz is really going out of its way to seem harder than it really is.
Elitist?
Elitist.
That question was about as vague as a horoscope is.
Yeah. Next question. What is the main goal for the ruthless vampires?
Hold on. Who the fuck cares? At least GTA 6 already, you fuckers.
Release Elder Scrolls 6 already.
Honestly, fuck!
It's been 10 years and we're still talking about Skyrim.
My God, you guys have had enough time. Jesus fucking Christ.
I know there's this big debacle, but I mean, at least From Software, they've got Elden Ring going. They already did Bloodborne.
It's just money.
They did Sekiro.
It's just money.
And also Elden Ring.
Why would you release a game when you're still getting money for it? This is the whole matter I was talking about earlier today.
What is the main goal for the ruthless vampires in Skyrim's Dawnguard DLC.
Ruthless vampires?
That's
Not be shot.
consuming the graybeards.
I'm answering right
They
now.
want to destroy the sun.
Not be
Slaying Aduin.
Hold on.
Something to do with the sun.
These options are horrible. So let me restate. Consuming the graybeards. Slaying Aduin. They don't care about that. Peace and all of Tamriel. Yeah, because that's definitely what
That'd
they
be
want.
fun for DLC.
Are blocking out the sun the only answer that directly relates to vampires?
All wrong. The real answer is surviving arguably my favorite weapon add-on in all of Skyrim.
Your
The
fist.
crossbow. It's fucking not that great. You know,
I used the crossbow a lot though when it came out.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I get a crossbow now,
I like the crossbows.
and that's my final answer.
Well, they do have higher damage than bows on average.
Yep.
But they reload fucking slow.
Yep.
And you know,
Yeah, but it's still it's just like a cool thing.
Skyrim was almost a Game of Thrones game by Bethesda. True or
Oh,
false?
I've heard that. Yes.
True.
Yeah.
It almost was. But thankfully it wasn't, because it probably would have been bad.
Yep.
In Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, there's a mod. Okay. This is interesting. There's a mod to turn spiders into Spider-Mans.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this mod.
It's probably
Plus,
true.
also, there's a mod for anything.
It's probably true. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna guess. It's probably true. Yeah.
It's true. Which of these supernatural creatures are not found in Skyrim? Gargoyles.
The mud crab, it's not in Skyrim. I promise, it's not it doesn't exist.
We've all been hallucinating. It's a glitch.
Mud crab doesn't exist.
The mud crab glitch.
What
Gargoyles,
is a mud crab?
witches, goblins
Witches.
are vampires.
Witches.
It's goblins.
Goblins.
Those are in Cyrodiil only. It's goblins.
Is it goblins?
Witches are in Skyrim, dude. You got the hag ravens and like the witches that like.
They're not witches. They're
They're not
hag
witches.
No, but you have the there is.
There is no enemy called witches.
I'm pretty sure there
No,
is.
I don't think there is. I'm
There is
with
not.
No, hold on.
There are witch-like enemies.
There are witch-like enemies.
No,
There are also
that is not a
there are
enemy called
also
a witch.
goblin-like enemies called reeklings.
That is
Those
not
are
that is not an enemy called a witch. All right.
Yeah.
There are
There
not
are
witches
no
in the
witches in Skyrim.
Pretty sure I've had someone called a witch,
There are no witches in Skyrim.
and that's before mods.
I don't
They're
know,
not
man.
common, but like there is witch type enemies, right? But
That
there's no goblins.
that doesn't count because there are also goblin-type enemies, i.e., reeklings.
Yep.
Well, guys, you know, whoever made this quiz is obviously just trying to be.
Yeah, it's a viewer grab. That's all it is.
But
I don't remember any sort of like specific witch.
well, it doesn't say
There's other
there's
things
witches.
that are like there's things like it, like the regal. Yeah.
And well,
And
I
the
can't
hard
remember
ravens,
if there's
yeah.
anything that says witch. There's definitely
I
not
don't know
goblins in Skyrim because there's the gargoyles from Dawnguard.
100%.
Vampires, obviously, they've always been in it. Goblins, yeah, you have the Reeklings, but that's specifically the Reeklings, not goblins.
There are former goblins, though.
They are. And the Reeklings are the ones that you encounter with the DLC, right?
They are the
But I've always seen hag ravens and like all their followers as witches.
No, but they're not
it
witches.
doesn't
No,
technically
they're not, they're
say
not.
it. But goblins, as we know from like Oblivion, are not in Skyrim.
Well, that's true, but
This quiz
I have to
has
say-
4 answers.
No, it is. But I have to say, the Reeklings introduced one of my favorite little mini quests that you can do,
yeah.
where you become
You
friends
find
with you find the Reeklings in the hall, and you become friends with them and help them out, and they become your followers, and you can summon them. It's great.
It's great.
It is great.
It's wholesome.
It is wholesome.
And then you have the one
why
where you
would
fight
you do
the
anything
ice
else?
giant. You get the ice. You fight the ice giant. And
Yeah.
he's like one of the hardest enemies
Yep.
in the game.
Karstag.
Karstag, Here's a question, and I'm only going to show Caleb. Colton, you have to guess on this without even seeing the image because you should know.
Are you pulling a Weekly Planet shit on me?
Name this village of Skyrim. Don't say it, Caleb. So name this village of Skyrim.
Okay, I'm ready. Cole, show Colton the picture.
No, I'm not showing him.
No, he should be able to get this.
No, he's too good.
Rorikstead.
False. It is not Rorikstead.
Show him the picture. He should be able to get from the picture alone.
It is obviously.
No, scroll up a little bit.
It's Riverwood, idiot. No,
I'm sorry, Riverwood? You mean Riverwood?
That's so Riverwood. But here's the other options: Dawnstar, Windhelm, Winterhold. None of them even remotely look.
They didn't throw Falkreath in there?
They should have thrown that in there.
If you would have given me the options, I would have been able to guess because none of those other options are even villages.
But you should know if they're asking about a village that Riverwood would be the one.
No,
that's the most basic village.
But Rorikstead is also a pretty basic village.
Yeah, but you have to go out of your way to get it after the quest.
Hey, but just remember to give the golden claw.
But I won't give you a. Hey, I won't subtract points from you from that because I did not show you the picture. What are the Thuum words for unrelenting force shout?
Fusroda.
Yeah, I mean we all know that. People that.
Fusroda.
No, Fusroda.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what mod you have. You have some that change the tone.
Hold on. Let's quickly talk about our favorite shouts.
Obviously, unrelenting force. I know it's basic, but it works.
It's very useful.
You shout a guy off a cliff. You know, it just works.
I'm a big fan of
as Todd Howard says.
Become
it just works.
Become ethereal.
That one's okay. I like if I jump off a cliff, I use that. Whirlwind sprint. I like the frost breath one. I think it's more viable.
Aura whisper.
Is that the one that shows?
Yeah, you get a little sneak peek of the other thing, and you can just fucking charge in there, fucking barbarian like, and you're like, Falmer, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna murder you and cut your head off.
I like the elemental fury one.
That's
like the whirlwind thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's the one that where you can basically dash?
Oh, here's a good one. Name the part Breton and part Norn enemies who make up a clan of Reachmen.
I know this. Yeah.
Bandits, that's generic.
No.
Forsworn, Dragon Priest,
it is the Forsworn.
It's not the Dragon.
And they're kind of annoying.
Horrible.
Except they're
not really that all annoying, but they are mildly annoying.
You can pickpocket their hearts out.
Skyrim's theme song was sung by over 100 people at once. True or false? True. We know that. Wait.
I actually don't know that.
I'm pretty sure it's true. And they did 100 people, and then they multiplied the tracks to make it sound like it was like.
Hold on.
I actually don't. I straight up just don't know that.
Can I ask you guys a question? What is your favorite? What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna say true. Just
okay. You say true. What do you say? What do you say?
I've got a question.
What, man?
Okay. So, what is your favorite Skyrim soundtrack?
I don't know the name.
No, it doesn't matter. My favorite is Nighttime with Rain.
Oh yeah. I like just the regular Nighttime.
Nighttime, but honestly, the most epic one, the Dragonborn theme, but that's basic.
Sovngarde. And I know this is like nerdy.
Sovngarde.
I know this is Dragonborn theme.
Yeah,
Sovngarde's theme is my favorite.
And I know this is like nerdy and weird as shit, but the nighttime music of Skyrim got me through a lot of really drunk, nauseous nights.
So we got our first
I would pull it up on YouTube, put it under my pillow, and try to fall asleep. All right, go back to the question.
Well, I'm just going to ask you, Caleb, because me and Colton are already giving our answers, which is true. Skyrim's theme song was sung over by 100 people at once.
For the sake of being different, I'm going to say false, and that's true.
Well, you would be correct.
Oh, shit.
We were wrong on saying it's true. I think they recorded when I remember watching the behind the scenes documentary on it.
I'm firmly behind.
I thought it was 100 people, but I do remember that they did 30.
All I would say is that's not objectively relevant.
But they recorded 30, and then they multiplied it where it would sound like 100. But so me and Colton both got that wrong, so we're both gonna have to take at least one shot. You gotta take one shot.
No, we're going by who has the worst loser.
Oh, the worst
currently in first place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have half a point. You have 1 point. Colton has 2 points, right?
1.5.
2.5.
2.5. Wow. Yeah. Who is the leader of the vampires known together as the Volker clan?
Oh,
that exists in the Dawn Card DLC. Lord Farquaad. Lord Harquaad.
Obviously, fucking Lord Farquaad. We all know what he was really fucking doing out there for fucking Trek.
Lord Tweedsmuir. Or Lord Dracula. Was Dracula in Skyrim? That would be a cool mod.
Not.
It would be a cool
No,
play.
it wouldn't. No,
Imagine playing as Dracula.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it would.
No, wrong fucking period. Wrong second.
It doesn't fucking matter. You care too much about the lore.
No,
about the history
I
of it.
refuse.
Plus, Skyrim's on a different planet. Caleb.
I refuse.
So whatever armor you throw in doesn't matter because it's on Nern. That's a different planet.
Since we're here. Before we answer
time
this
periods doesn't
no,
matter.
No, before we answer this question.
Plus, like Oblivion's more
hold
high
on.
medieval.
Let me clarify what I'm saying here.
But it takes place in the past.
Jackson.
I know Skyrim's supposed to be like epic Viking.
No, listen. I got a thing. Dracula shouldn't belong. Maybe in like basic vanilla shit, but since this like the absolute anniversary edition came out, and we got all these extra mods, you now have a player home that is like very murky and dark and is perfectly suited for a vampiric playthrough. You don't need to be fucking Dracula to go through that. You are yourself. You are a vampire lord. You own a manor.
No, but what I'm saying is, why couldn't you roleplay as Vlad the Impaler?
Because you're your own person, man.
It's Lord Harkin.
It is Lord Harkin. Yeah, we all know that.
And that fucking quest where you fucking have to fight is stupid.
Ooh, okay. Which of the provinces of Tamriel border Skyrim? Elsewhere, Valenwood, Morrowind, or Blackmarsh?
Morrowind.
See, that one was a little tougher because...
No, it wasn't.
Well, what I want to
see... You ever seen a fucking map?
Calm down, Colton.
You ever seen a fucking map, dude?
I know it's Morrowind, but what I want to say is that 3 out of the 4 are way off.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah, way off.
They could have thrown in...
Hammerfell.
Or a High Rock. High Rock, I could see people getting that wrong.
But High Rock does border Skyrim.
Yeah, it does. So throw it.
Oh, fuck, it does.
Yeah.
Throw out the options again.
They threw out the only 3 provinces who don't border Skyrim.
Yeah.
And then
throw out the provinces again, and we're going to show you where they are.
Cyrodiil, Hammerfell, Morrowind,
and High Rock.
And High Rock, like a little bit.
No, like a lot. That's the Rift or the Reach.
No, that's not the Rift.
The Reach, where the
that would be.
No, that's the whole thing with the Forsworn. Is the Reach?
No, yeah, that's the Reach. Not the Rift.
Yeah. Sorry, the Reach is a whole area of Skyrim where it used to be part of like a contested part of High Rock.
Yeah.
So the Forsworn are part Breton.
Also, I heard Elder Scrolls 6, and we all kind of know this. Is either going to take place at Hammerfell or High Rock, or both.
Cool.
Hopefully both. Give us that.
That'd be cool. Although I'd prefer Hammerfell.
What is the name of the oldest?
I agree, Colton.
Well, if we could pick one, it would be Hammerfell.
Yeah, it's just more.
But I think it should be both because we deserve a big map like that.
We deserve it. Yeah.
What is the name of the oldest city in Skyrim? This one I actually cannot remember.
New York.
Dawnstar, Morthal, Solitude, or Windhelm. I think I know what it is.
I might not have this one. Hold on, let me think.
I'm going to go...
Hold on, what's the options again?
Dawnstar, Morthal, Solitude, or Windhelm.
Windhelm.
I was leaning on Windhelm.
I'm leaning on Windhelm because Olaf
that's like home of the North.
Olaf One Eye.
No, hold on. Let me think about the people that. Let me see the options again.
Dawnstar, Morthal, Solitude, or Windhelm.
Dawnstar's not even. Dawnstar, no.
I mean, it's not a city, but we can.
Well, it technically is. It used to.
I'm gonna say Windhelm.
Morthal.
I'm gonna say Windhelm because they have a plaque about Olaf.
Morthal is probably an older. I will defend you. Morthal is probably an older settlement because of Dwemer. Yes, but as a city,
cities,
Windhelm.
It's Windhelm.
Windhelm. Yeah.
But you said Morthal.
Olaf One Eye, guys.
No, I said Windhelm, then I said went to Morthal because I think of them as like oldest.
Well, you're thinking of like ancient places, but as a city.
Well, what constitutes a city for them?
Whatever's on the map.
Because I don't even constitute. I don't
constitute Dawnstar as a city.
Dawnstar is not a fucking city.
It's a village.
It shouldn't even have a fucking museum if you know what quest we're talking about. But it shouldn't have a fucking museum.
The Mythic Dawn.
Yeah. Great.
So here's a paragraph Many think that Solitude is the oldest city in Skyrim, since
It's
it is the
not.
capital of Skyrim.
All
But
you
there's
have to
another,
do is go there and look at it, and you know it's fucking not.
and I want Colton to correct or see if this is right. There's another that dates to the Mithric era. Does Windhelm date to the Mithric era?
I guess.
No.
So you don't really know.
I mean, we know that like Olaf One Eye, who was like pretty close to Ysgramor in like time period.
Okay,
wise.
this one I have no idea. Which two animated television characters did Jim Cummings, a voice actor in Skyrim, provide the voice for? Taz and Winnie the Pooh, Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown, Bugs Bunny and Johnny Bravo, or the Grinch and Eric Cartman?
Bugs Bunny.
List the options again.
Taz and Winnie the Pooh, Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown, Bugs Bunny and Johnny Bravo, or the Grinch and Eric Cartman?
To be honest, what did he play? Do we know? Because I don't read that shit.
Bugs Bunny.
Hold on.
So it's which
Hold
two?
on. Do we know who he played in Skyrim?
Well, we can't look that up. That's cheating.
I'm looking up, but I already made my guess.
You said
Alright.
Bugs Bunny.
All right,
Yeah,
keep
before.
read me the guesses again.
Taz and Winnie the Pooh, Homer Simpson and Krusty the Clown, Bugs Bunny and Johnny Bravo, the Grinch and Eric Cartman. I'm gonna go with Homer Simpson
I was wrong.
and Krusty the Clown because those are more
I'm gonna go with
recent.
Taz.
Because a lot of those people that voice like Bugs Bunny are dead or old.
I'm choosing the first one.
Oh fuck, we were both wrong, but you were right.
He was right.
It was Taz and Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I don't even know who
So-
the fuck he voiced in Skyrim. Who the fuck did he voice in Skyrim? Because I never watched credits.
It doesn't say.
Was he just like a general like?
I'll find out.
NPC?
You put my next question. I'll find out.
Colton, if you could find that out, please.
It has an
interject
orc
whenever
on the
you have it.
picture. Maybe it had orcs.
Which orc?
Well, they all kind of sound the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Orcs sound the same.
No, they don't.
I know that may sound a little bit of racist, but I know this one though. The voice actor of Parthenax is also the voice of Mario from Super Mario Bros. True or false? It's true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fucking true. Which is
Oh
kinda,
fuck, here we are.
Hold on, I have to say that's kind of cool that you gotta do that, man.
Yeah, here we are. Let's see our result. Are we true Skyrim fans? We scored 92%.
Well, that means we're not true Skyrim fans.
We scored far above the 80% that was required.
All right, but now hold on. Who has the Colton?
It was me.
All right, tell us what you're looking for. Look at.
I was looking at Jim Cummings, but it's my internet's giving me a hard time.
All right, Colton, your choice. What do you want a shot of?
I'm gonna take a shot at this plantation.
So, James Jonah Cummings is an American voice actor who has appeared in almost 400 roles, including Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Tasmanian Devil, Pete, King Louie, and Darkwing Duck.
And I was the only one that got that right, and it's definitely not by chance because I'm a genius and I know what's going on.
He was I'm trying to find out what he was in Skyrim.
I'm trying to, but I keep skipping past it.
Could I really quick ask? I know we're kind of off topic here, but what is your favorite random encounter?
I got it.
That's just Crix.
He was Bent, Dragnar of Struan, Donau, Elgrim, Festus Crix.
He was a Grey Mane.
He was a bunch of fucking characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear it now.
Yeah.
All right, back to my question, please.
Oldrif Battleborn.
Hey.
Yeah.
What was your favorite random encounter after you take a shot? Put it in your glass.
My favorite random encounter.
We're gonna inspect this glass here. Make sure Colton's doing what he's supposed to. That's good. That's about a shot.
That's
Yeah.
about a shot, right?
And Colton,
My
I
favorite.
know that's real good rum there,
Yeah, it's
but
very
you're forced to take this as a shot.
So
All right, ready?
okay, wait.
Wait,
Hold
what
on,
was your
hold on.
question, though?
I'm gonna give Colton the proper shot send off. Ready? Fus Roja!
Oh!
Double Keen. Man, he's dying over there.
Woo! You alright? You go to the bathroom?
Yeah, maybe we'll have to have a visual.
Yeah, slam that down.
Get some cameras in here. We gotta see this.
You
But
can drink from the bottle. I'm all done.
does anyone have anything else to say?
Yes, I have a question. What is your favorite and least favorite random encounter? Let me start here. My favorite is the orc. You have to fight because he's dying, and you gotta send him off with a proper fight.
That's early. That's early in the game.
And my least favorite is every single fucking necromancer you find in the fucking game.
I like the Dark Brotherhood.
At every fucking tomb or
no, we're talking
standing
about
stone.
Yeah, we're talking about the fucking
Yeah, that's what I no like outside of it though.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying.
I like the Dark Brotherhood assassin who tries to kill you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And they have the note that says.
Yeah.
I like, and it's both my favorite and least favorite because of how annoying it is. But I love every thief that shows up to you invisible. It's like, give me all your shit. It's like, fuck you. I'll fuck your shit up. And I just love their confidence, and I love how easily they die and how easy they are. Yeah. But one of my favorites is also, I don't know if this really counts, but anytime you fucking get launched into air by a giant, encounter a giant, it's not really random.
Fucking
because you have to show up to, I mean, because you have to show up,
awesome.
Well, and you have to go to the giant location, but I feel like that's one of the more, memorable encounters.
You ever been to the hot springs, the giant's mourning its dead mammoth, and you can just chill there with it and hang out?
I love that area, dude. But it's really hard to say, but I had a recent encounter. So I was doing the Dawnbreaker quest to get that.
Yeah.
Azura's... Oh, no, not Azura. Merida's beacon.
Oh.
Do that, Well, I got to the shout wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at it, just to get my shout. All of a sudden, and I don't know if it was a mod that adds more, animals to the world or whatever. All of a sudden, bear fucking mauls me while I'm looking at my shout.
It's gonna be a mod.
It's both my least favorite and favorite encounters. It's just random ass animals showing up in the middle of shit.
I like there's a mod that adds a bunch of random encounters to the game.
Yeah,
they're all custom voiced.
Let's just say that's really an important one to have.
Yeah, immersive encounters is what it's called, and it's some of the custom voice acting is just fucking great to listen to, because it's just like if you ever watched the show Norseman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the show.
Very good.
I encountered.
Have you guys seen season 3?
I haven't yet.
I've been up to date.
So it's a prequel.
Yeah.
And the guy gets.
It's good. Don't say anything more.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Well, a guy gets whipped in the ball.
No, it's
but it's like I saw this encounter today, this morning when I was playing, where there was a Whiterun guard. He had a prisoner, and there was a Falkreath guard arguing with him about how he should have the prisoner. And the Whiterun guard had an accent like in that show, where it was like, "Oh, he's actually my prisoner," like that type of shit. And it was really interesting to fun to fucking listen to.
Wait, I have a question that I can't believe we haven't mentioned, and we need to wrap this up. But
I also actually have one trivia question I thought of for you guys.
Okay,
and I've got a couple questions.
I have a question
to ask you guys too.
What is your favorite prison? So, if you actually submit and go to prison, what's your favorite one to break out of? What do you think is the coolest, and what do you think is the most immersive out of the vanilla?
I'll be honest, I don't often submit.
I don't often submit either.
Neither do I.
But I guess I like the Rifter prison.
Yeah, the Rifter one's good. My least favorite for sure is Whiterun. Because if you fall in that fucking water on your way over, because you're on the side, right? You come around the side, and if you fucking try to jump to that fucking across the fucking water, you have to crawl out, dude. It's a bitch.
I think it's in Windhelm, maybe Dawnstar, but there's a prison and it's really hardcore shit where there's a bunch of frost atronachs.
Does Dawnstar have
outside
the
area.
I don't think it does.
I think you get sent to one that has a bunch of frost astronauts guarding it.
I can see
And it's hardcore shit, but I like it because it's the most unique.
And that's not Windhelm?
It actually, I think it might be Windhelm, but it actually matters that, like, it actually sucks to go to prison. I think that's important because most of the prisons you can easily escape.
Or is that by the Winterhold College? I don't know. I don't go to prison very often. But
I don't know.
My question for you, it's fine. It's fine. My question for you: do you prefer, Jackson? It's not in the recording. Do you prefer? And we'll just do this.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it's fine. Do you prefer?
No, don't. Let go. Let go. It's good enough. Okay. Sorry.
Do you prefer, right, Thieves Guild or Assassins?
As a quest line?
As a quest line.
Or a group?
No, as a quest line. And the rewards you gain from that quest line.
I think Thieves Guild yields way better rewards. I mean, even the initial Thieves Guild like armor you get the increased carrying capacity and everything, stealth bonuses, and it looks fairly cool. And then the Nightingale shit.
So I think
Nightingale, you can't go wrong.
I think a lot of people argue towards the Assassin's Guild just for pure entertainment, but I think Thieves Guild yields a better reward. Personally.
No, I base it off the shit that
Except, actually, Shadowmere.
That's true, but I'm not into horses that much.
But
but in terms of horses,
summonable.
it is.
Well, you guys are ignoring one of the best horses. I forget his name, but when you're in the Soulkern and you have to help this guy.
Oh yeah,
and it's like the flaming skeleton horse. And while it's a little immersion breaking, even though it's
but it's still
base game.
No, it's base game. It's fine. It's not immersion breaking. It's base game. That's up to them.
It still breaks immersion a little bit riding on the flaming skeleton horse. But yeah, I dig that one.
I thought of a trivia question for both of you.
Yeah, what's this trivia question and we'll wrap things up.
Yeah. So every player who's played Skyrim multiple times has gone through Bleak Falls Barrow.
Ooh.
Oh, you have to.
Multiple times, many times.
I mean, I guess you don't have to, but if you want to progress, and
when you go through Bleak Falls Barrow, you're introduced to your first time having a puzzle. You have to have 3 combinations.
Okay, I know what you're already asking.
What is the combination?
Fuck.
No, hold on.
I remember this. I wrote this down the other day.
Hold on. Let me see.
It's the same every time. It's not randomized.
Let me see if I can get. I barely remember.
No, not the claw.
No, hold on. No, we're talking about.
Not the claw. The moth's not a claw. Or a moth is a claw.
No, I'm talking about the order.
We're talking about the order of the things.
Yeah,
okay,
moth
hold on.
is not one of them.
Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Snake, whale, eagle.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the claw.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about the claw combination.
I'm not talking about the claw. I'm talking about snake, whale, eagle. The first whale you encounter.
You weren't talking about the claw combination?
See, we were thinking about the claw because that's more memorable.
No. The first combination you encounter, snake, whale, eagle are the options.
Okay.
What is the combination? It's the first puzzle most players encounter in the entire game.
Okay. Dude, you're fucked up, man. Because I got the claw. I know the claw. But that one, I just look at the fucking thing.
Eagle.
No, it's not eagle first. It's not
whale.
No, it's.
Is it snake?
It's snake.
I don't know.
Snake, eagle, whale.
Nope.
No, snake. 2 snakes.
Yes.
I know it's 2 snakes.
Snake,
eagle.
No.
Snake, whale.
Snake, whale.
But I got the double snake part. So I take partial credit.
It's snake, whale.
Okay.
No, but what about the claw though, guys?
I just remember you turn each of them twice.
No,
No,
but
we're talking about the
actual
class, like the
symbol.
No.
claw,
The claw. You get to the door. You go turn it.
without
turn
looking at the claw.
No,
Yeah,
we're talking
without
hold
looking at the
on.
claw. You go up the door. You go from
No,
top
but
to
we're not
bottom.
talking about
You
pattern.
turn them each
we're
of
talking
them.
about what
and you
the
do it
claw is
twice.
made out of.
Oh, it's gold.
It's gold. Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Oh, I thought that was.
I was thinking of the actual
And you have
pattern.
and you have to steal it from Chlamydia. I mean, Camila.
Well, no.
It's butter. It's
You kill the
butterfly or
guy.
moth, whatever it is. Dragon, wolf, or bear.
Yeah, it's moth, dragon, bear.
I just remember you go up to the door and it has the three options, and you just go down. You go turn.
Could I ask you guys one last question to kind of wrap this up and lead us to the present?
Yeah, let's go.
What is the Creation Club item or whatever it is from the Skyrim 10th anniversary that you're most excited about? And I'd like to start because Colton and I talked about this before. But I am,
So, is
no,
this-
hold on. I think to start. I am very excited about the farming modification. Like
Yeah.
you can farm. You can appoint your own, person to run your farm, but you can farm now and just be a farmer. That's all. You can just be that.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, any of these you could have gotten before Anniversary Edition, but the ones that are included with the update.
No, the farmer one is.
No, we're
farming
talking about
update.
the full anniversary edition.
Well, I don't have.
The anniversary edition released.
Do any of us have that?
No, but I'm gonna.
Can we really say?
No, but have you not been looking at the news? And
No, I haven't. But I haven't really thought it was that significant.
No,
One of the updates
playing
is
as a farmer is
update.
great.
But
That
the
is-
one that comes with the update that I'm excited.
No, they all come.
No, but the one that comes to update for free. I mean,
They
without the
all come
Anniversary
free with the
Edition.
update, right?
No.
Am I wrong?
The
well,
farming thing you have to pay $20.
You guys can talk about the upgrade that you pay for.
Well, that's what you pay for the upgrade, and you get all
You
this
pay for that
free.
upgrade.
but I
Let's
want to
let's
talk about.
about.
There are a few things that
There's
come
4 Creation
just
Club
free
mods.
for all Skyrim mods.
Oh, I haven't even looked at that. I'm planning on paying for the
Well,
upgrade.
if you have special edition, Bethesda has awarded 4 Creation Club things to everybody, whether you get the Anniversary Edition or not.
Don't tell me they give us the backpack. That's stupid. as fuck.
No.
No, that's not it. Well,
The adventurer.
it goes with
backpack.
one, but honestly, I mean, survival's really cool, but I've used mods that do the same.
Yeah,
kind of
we've been
thing.
doing survival long
Yeah, I mean,
before that. That's
fishing.
that's old news.
Fishing. I don't know
Fishing is
why,
cool.
but that
No,
sounds cool as
It's
fuck.
not. You don't have to wonder why, man.
Because getting
I think
fish
all
in
3 of us
Skyrim.
here are extremely interested in that level of immersion in the game.
Well, like one of my favorite things in Red Dead is just going to a lake and
Just fishing.
fishing.
Yeah.
And I love in Red Dead chasing the champion fish stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited for the Tribunal armor sets.
Yeah, I agree.
what does that come from?
Morrowind.
No, but I mean, what do you have to do?
You have to download the anniversary edition.
See, I don't plan on getting that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not soon.
It's not a free update.
I mean, I've thought about
It's
it.
not a free update, but there's some cool.
And I'm like, I'm happy enough with my mods.
I'm gonna drop the money when I get home.
I mean, it's $20 to upgrade.
I think it's worth it.
It looks cool. There's a
But
lot of cool shit in
it is totally like Bethesda is still making money off us 10 years later.
With barely much more content.
Yeah, but I'm gonna drop it, man.
Yeah.
I've got it and I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, $20 for additional content, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really not with all the
Morrowind
pay to play
stuff
shit
is
that you got
cool.
going on.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I have to say, guys, is it's late,
It is late, but I
and
just
we should end this.
I just have a closing kind of statement.
Yeah, of course.
I think I've said it before, but I just want to repeat that Skyrim is one of those games. It's not the best game I've ever played. It's not like flawless, obviously. I mean, you got to install so much shit just to make it work how you want and optimize. But Skyrim is the game that I was like, man, games can be more than just a game. Like, it can be
It's
immersive. It can be world building.
It's absolutely
It-
iconic.
I think
It's
you put
iconic. It's and honestly, with only a few mods, you can have an amazing game.
I think you put it very well. It's the game that I don't think is one of the best games of all time, but it's
I would still say it
but
is.
it's one of my favorite games.
I would still say it's one of the best games of all time.
Because of all the reasons you said. Because it's what got me into RPGs. It's comfort.
When I get new games that are along
good.
either RPGs or open worlds or whatever, I always ask this question, to myself: does this give me the same kind of feeling that Skyrim did? And very few games do that for me.
Skyrim is definitively my favorite game of all time. And I know it's not the best game, but it is my favorite game of all time.
Well, and I still think it is one of the best games of all time.
Yeah,
it's
and for
10,
me,
at least, yeah.
And the reasoning being is I'm an obsessive exploring collector, and that's why it's followed close by.
Yeah, and
I've seen you play Assassin's Creed,
and its map is actually not like the biggest map in Elder Scrolls at all.
No, it's not.
But
and
it's
that's
dense.
the reason it's so. I like. I'm
it's
such a collector.
dense. The quests, the random encounters,
well,
all that.
That's not the thing for me. It's the exploring and all the different stuff you can.
Well, that goes
that's
in with
why.
that.
That's like it's
I hear a lot of
stuff.
I hear a lot of Elder Scrolls fans nowadays talking about how Elder Scrolls is not the best game in the series.
Oh, it's not.
Wait.
Slow down. It is my.
You just said Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim,
yeah.
They go, Morrowind and Oblivion are better. And I go, well, if you're
objectively they are.
If you're into RPGs, yes, but don't discredit what Skyrim did.
It is the bridge.
Skyrim made RPGs available to everybody.
I mean, it's the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it brought it to the forefront.
Yeah, exactly.
People weren't talking about RPGs in the mainstream like they were before Skyrim came out.
And for the age I was, it was the best. And it was
to introduce yourself into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've gotten more.
I have a funny story I wanted to talk about earlier, but I was just talk about it real quick. So
let's do one more story, then
yeah. So when I got Skyrim, I was playing a lot. I was like, oh, this is really cool and great. But then I went to GameStop and I saw Dark Souls. I was like, a fantasy.
Yuck.
And I was like, oh man, a fantasy game. I was like, I like Skyrim, so I must like this. And I went and played it. It was super hard. I hated it. I sucked at it. And then I stopped playing it for years, and then I went back to it. But, like, I'm a huge Souls fan. But I cannot say, well, what I can say, I mean, I wouldn't be into Souls, or I wouldn't even started playing it if it wasn't for Skyrim introducing me to RPGs, to fantasy games, to that kind of thing. Like,
I mean, to be totally honest, Skyrim is not my favorite RPG of all time.
No, it's not. But it is my favorite game.
But I would rank it as my favorite RPG of all time because it's the reason why I like the RPGs I like more. Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, is my favorite RPG of all time.
Yeah.
But why do I like that game so much? Because Skyrim set that ground for me.
And we should absolutely do an
and
episode.
And you have to recognize that. Like,
yeah, Skyrim is the reason you play RPG.
Exactly. Skyrim is the reason why I enjoy it.
Obviously not for all age groups. For a very certain age group within our area, Skyrim is the reason you play RPGs.
I'm so I'm excited to see what Elder Scrolls 6 will actually look like and be like. And Starfield, I'm interested in it. But I mean, cool. Sci-fi stuff. I don't know. Sci-fi doesn't really hit it to me as hard as fantasy.
It depends on the sci-fi genre.
Depends.
There's a lot of different genres to
But man, I'm looking at Elden Ring. I'm like, man, this combines elements of Dark Souls and Skyrim and Breath of the Wild. I'm like, holy shit, this looks dope. And like the horse combat looks crazy.
All I'm saying is Bethesda better fucking bring it, dude.
Bethesda better bring it. Now they really got competition.
See, the thing is, with all this cash grab shit and all this like updates and extra stuff they've set a fucking benchmark. And that benchmark is real fucking high.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Real high.
And I saw
like if Skyrim
they better fucking bring
it. If Skyrim introduced us to open world fantasy RPGs, Elder Scrolls 6 better reinvent the wheel, dude.
They better fucking bring it.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Todd Howard like this week. New interview with him. And two things I took away with it.
It just works.
Well, two things I took away from this interview with Todd Howard is Bethesda fucking knows that the mod community is why Skyrim is still popular.
Yep.
And also, they also fucking know that the benchmark is fucking high.
It's real.
Whether they will succeed.
We're not saying high. It's real fucking high.
Yeah. Whether they will succeed or not is another question, but they know how high it is.
I mean, it does.
They're not
it's
idiots.
gonna be
I don't know if
No.
I'm correct in saying this, but it seems like they're just going to use an upgraded version of the same creation engine,
No.
which does frighten me.
No,
No, they're not.
They've
They're
talked,
not?
they've talked about it. Well, okay, so
I've heard they're just using the updated creation.
okay, so okay, take this. When they say they're using the creation engine, people take that as saying they're using the upgraded version of it. That's like saying upgraded. That's like saying Unreal Engine 4 is the same as Unreal Engine 1 but upgraded.
Right.
It's not like that.
But
I
think why fans are worried is because Fallout 4 is still on the same creation.
They are worried about it. I understand the worry. What Bethesda said is
I don't want to believe
the upgrade between Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls, or not even Elder Scrolls 6, but Starfield, is the amount of upgrade between Morrowind and Oblivion.
Well, from what I've heard,
Yeah.
what I've heard is that Starfield is going to basically be the baseline.
Yeah,
for
I've heard that.
like,
I hope it's good. I mean, Starfield will tell us.
I got to see
if the
gameplay
engine's
of it.
good if or not.
I got to see gameplay of it.
Yeah.
All I'll say is I'm optimistic, but
I'm optimistic.
Will you be buying Starfield?
Yes, but I'm optimistic, but I just can't see it touching Skyrim in terms of impact.
No,
right?
Impact.
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game, but it's just not gonna have the same. It's just not gonna be the same. I'm not gonna want to put 1,300 hours into that game.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, when Skyrim came out, we didn't have to worry about fucking paying rent or
I
jobs.
was in high school.
I was in middle school.
That was my freshman year in high school.
So I mean,
I could just put a shit ton of hours in that.
I was just in middle school going into high school, and it didn't matter.
Oh.
And nothing will recreate that moment.
Nowadays, it matters.
Well,
which is again actually why I still play Skyrim. It's because
you can play it how you want it.
I can play it how I want it, and I don't have to put hours into a new game that I spend money on.
So one of the things that's got me excited for Elden Ring is the fact, well, especially as an older gamer, is that I seen Vadi Vita, he got to play the pre-beta for it and everything.
Yeah.
And he talks about how the map is big, but it's dense, and there's shit to do everywhere. And like that is what made Skyrim so great. You always have these encounters, like all these nook and crannies, and like you find a cave and you go into the cave. Fight shit.
That sounds awesome. Elden Ring sounds fucking great.
Well,
like
the reason I mentioned
even for a non-Dark Souls fan, Elden Scrolls sounds Elden Ring.
Well, because it looks like a good combination.
It looks like a cool RPG.
But,
it looks cool.
But like the reason I talk about it is because seeing the gameplay of it reminds me, holy shit, this reminds me of Skyrim. Even just the way the compass is laid out, the way the map is, and also Breath of the Wild, which we can't deny.
Fucking great game.
But
I love that
Skyrim is what got me into single player gaming. What got me in to just getting into a game, getting into the world, sinking my teeth in. And you can't replace that. And I don't think it will ever happen again.
Yeah, it was absolutely our bridge into the deeper side of gaming. And lore, single player, RPG. It really bridged that gap for a lot of people who are just casual gamers.
Like I said, I would not enjoy
for our generation.
I would not enjoy The Witcher 3
if it wasn't for Skyrim.
Yeah, 100%. I absolutely.
And
agree.
I want to hear if you guys disagree with me, but for our generation of gamers of gaming, Skyrim, Minecraft, and GTA 5. Those are kind of like the building blocks.
Well, just remember we had GTA 4.
I wanted to say
GTA 4 was a little before us.
No.
We were way better.
Well, yeah.
I would say GTA in general, because it's hard to say specifically GTA 5 for me.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Well, like the first GTA game I played myself.
I
played San Andreas.
I know what you mean.
At my uncle's house.
I know what you mean.
But what I'm saying is like benchmark games.
Skyrim
for our whole generation. But
maybe you could throw in like Assassin's Creed in there.
Halo.
Halo, but that's
I would say
before
Halo.
us.
No,
I
not
don't
really.
think so. No,
it's
we're
not.
laid it all out.
No, Halo's
So
not
I would
before
say for
us.
me, it was.
Yeah,
it was
the first Halo.
It's
well,
not before me.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is like
I wasn't
think,
playing games like that when I was 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about
Halo franchise.
not going back to older games. I'm talking about games that we grew up with and played.
Well, let's just say it personally, right? For me,
GTA.
probably the
I'm just
Halo
saying
and GTA series.
GTA 5 is not a game I associate with most.
I don't associate GTA.
No, I don't associate it with my childhood. I say that we grew up with, that we grew into. That's kind of like the base mark.
That's just why I say GTA is a franchise.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I
Because
lean more
GTA
towards
4
that. Well, I experienced San Andreas before any of that.
Yeah.
So, I guess you could say just GTA as a franchise, but
Definitely.
those are games that we're still playing and talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, the whole thing is like I think it's franchise wise, right? So for me, obviously the Elder Scrolls, the GTA franchise, the Halo franchise, and then the other one for me is the Dishonored franchise.
I never played a single.
Dude, Dishonored is freaking awesome.
I never
That
played a
is
single
one
one.
other episode.
That is in my
Yeah.
as for someone like me, an obsessive collector,
And Red Dead
it is
Redemption.
my game. Red Dead is good too.
Yeah, Red Dead.
But
Which I think is the better version of GTA.
Assassin's Creed was for me.
that was a big thing for me
Personally,
too.
Oh, yeah. Assassin's Creed, especially Brotherhood. And
I don't claim to them to be the most
Black
amazing.
Flag.
I don't claim to be them to be the most amazing games ever, but they were important.
And then
Well,
let's all remember
Depending
the best.
on which ones you look at. Like, I would put Black Flag up.
All of them were important to me.
Well, let's just remember
Let's
the
just
best
say that,
game of
yeah.
all time, MTV versus ATV 3.
Yeah.
And with that, let's end the podcast.
Sid Meier's Pirates.
Oh, you know what? You're right. My favorite first game, just to encourage people to play it.
Trade wins.
Nope.
Super Mario Bros.
Nope.
3.
Majesty.
Majesty. Okay.
Play it. It's like 80 cents in the fucking Amazon store now. Play it.
We're
It's
forgetting
gold.
about
It's great.
Sunday.
I will stand by
RuneScape.
RuneScape. Oh yeah. I will stand by Trade Winds 2. The best game of all time.
Yeah. All right. Let's finish this up by putting our first games out there. Mine was Majesty.
Yep. Majesty, Trade Winds 2, Jackson.
First games? That's so hard.
What's
Just
your
name-
first one?
Just name something on the top of your head. First game, early game.
Fuck.
Mine.
Man, I was playing like Galaga.
Fuck. Okay.
All right. So with
Galaga.
that, Galaga, Majesty, and Trade Winds 2. And with that, the Odd Drug Podcast is out. Peace.
All right. Peace.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you join their Instagram and Facebook group for more fun content. To view all our available streaming and social media platforms, visit the Linktree in the description below. If you enjoy the show, it would be appreciated if you would leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. Okay, Colton, you can roll the outro now.